And we're live.
Boom shakalaka. We wear the same color.
Hey, I know, right? Hey, 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 hey.
I missed you, girl.
I miss you too.
I think I missed myself.
Right? That's real. What's up, you guys?
Hey, people, damas y caballeros,
Bonsoir.
back like we never left.
Hey.
What they do?
Yes, I'm like, what's up, you guys? We miss y'all. Come.
Oh, feels
Guy,
so good to be back in the place to be.
right? Guy. Hey. Oh. What is up, you guys? We'll give a
Man,
couple more seconds.
yeah, I think we got one in the house so far.
All right, let us know when y'all in here. We'll give y'all a couple more seconds. We missed y'all. Welcome.
Oklahoma in the house.
Okay.
That's your cousin and them?
I know, right? It's we cousins. What's up, y'all? Repat no cap in the house.
Hey,
This is
they
the
coming
longest
in,
we
they
went with
coming
the
in.
intro. Huh?
I said they're coming in.
Yes. What's up, you guys? We missed
Y'all
y'all
ain't
so
forgot
much.
about us.
No, like look at
We're
how
so
even when
special.
we haven't been here, how long has it been? Like 3 weeks or a little bit longer?
Dude, it's been like a month and a half or
Okay.
something.
I'm
The
in
whole
different time.
Ramadan. We missed the whole Ramadan.
Yeah. Hey, Kawana. How are
Hi.
you? Lovely said probably. Right? What's up, cousin? So, if you guys are new to our show, then welcome. I am your host, one of your hosts, De La Soul, and this is my co-host.
Afro Millennial Mama. I almost forgot my name, but that's who I am.
Uh, and together we are Repat No Cap.
No cap, baby.
Okay. And this is the best live show on YouTube in the world in the history of mankind.
Yes, all those things. What
from
up, fam?
from the
Liz.
diaspora. Really, you thought of us? Yes. We miss you
The
guys.
one that said I thought y'all ran away from home. Kind of.
No.
We back.
we yes,
Hmm.
like we never left. Good
Mm-hmm.
evening. Hey, Lizzie. So what's up, sis? How has should you go first with the week, or maybe I should go since you have?
I think you should go first.
Okay.
I might be a little heavy. I might be a little.
Okay. So
How was your 6 weeks?
how was right? I'm like with the week. How was your 6 weeks? It's been amazing, you guys. It's been amazing. You know, we made this what?
Oh no, I'm just
Okay.
listening. What's so amazing?
Okay. Yes, it's been so amazing because we made this move. We have left Dakar, guys. We are out of Dakar and we are in Sally. Oh, and
Yay!
it's been incredible. It's been such an amazing move. Yeah. I don't even know if I want to go into full detail right now. We'll wait a little bit, but let me just say
Okay.
that and then we'll get back to that. Okay. So yes, we
Okay.
made this move. It's been amazing. And honestly, these last 6 weeks, which is about the same time that we have been here,
Mm-hmm.
I have just been in incredible chill mode. Like it's almost scary how deep I've been chilling.
Is
Like
it is it the environment you think?
yeah, for sure. It's next level. It's
Mm.
next level chill mode. It's like y'all already know, like we've talked about how we feel. My perspective from living in Dakar, hers from living in Sally, and then us in Senegal in general. But
Mm-hmm.
then one of the reasons for me making that move was just to be like on an extreme in extreme vacation mode while I'm living. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, I'm taking naps all day, and we're just chilling. That's what we've been
Nice.
doing. I even took a break from taking calls and doing my sessions and stuff. I just now started back like maybe 2, 3 weeks ago. So it's been real good.
Nice.
Mhm.
You said you
Yeah.
you had gone to Dakar like for something. Did you feel
Yeah.
a difference? Like, does
Yeah.
Dakar is the same or did you,
No, it's a big difference. It's definitely like going from like a city area like New York City, like y'all have seen me explain, to the country is what it
mm-hmm,
feels like. It's a
mm-hmm.
big difference. Like the way the kids are just like, it's so, everything is so spread out. We're across from this huge garden, and it's just like you can see the sun is just there. And
Mm-hmm. The sun. Yes.
yes, it's just like, whoa, okay, right here in front of the house. So yeah, it's been
Wow.
amazing.
Nice. Nice.
Hmm.
I can't wait to hear
And
more, especially about
I
the
know,
kids.
I know. Yes,
Right.
we're gonna get into detail.
I had all this list of plan of stuff to do with you to like show you around town and stuff
I
and like
know.
get you acquainted. And I feel bad because I was like, oh, she just moved here, and I
No,
couldn't be there to help and stuff. And then
you know
the other day when
what?
I was like, oh, come out, whatever, whatever, she's
Uh-huh.
like, how I'm gonna take a taxi? I'm like, oh, it's my fault. I didn't teach her. Poor baby, I forget.
No, because really, okay, we both know that was me being a little extra because we know I can really catch a taxi.
Yes,
But
because Dakar, come on, hello.
yes, I know, right? No,
I
I
was
was
like,
just being
what?
lazy. Yeah,
Okay,
I was
it
just like,
happens.
I was like, let me just let him do everything, and then I don't even want to think. Let me just lay here with my eyes closed and just be like, but
I was like, no, you can't be going backwards. You're supposed to be teaching me
right,
how to be more
right,
independent.
right. No, but it's, it was perfect. Like I didn't want you to feel bad at all because I didn't really like, I knew I wanted to come here and just escape from any kind of hustle and bustle and just take that big break. But I didn't even realize like how deep I was gonna like really, so I needed it. Like it's
Okay.
been a good break for both of us.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hmm.
Well, the reason that we haven't, the main reason we haven't been on air, I was violently ill. I would call it for a little over a month, and I was bedridden, vomiting like every day. It was pretty bad. So I just started feeling better 2 weeks ago, and so I've been catching up on my life. Uh,
Right. Mhm.
it was Ramadan, which made it worse because it was like a whole. I couldn't eat certain foods, I couldn't drink certain things, and so my palate was very like whatever would stay down. It was like very limited, and then Ramadan everything closes as far as like
Yeah.
restaurants and stuff, and so that in addition to the housekeepers not cooking because they were fasting too. So it's like what they're gonna cook just like chebujin just for one person, like that's not possible. So
Right.
and then whatever I could eat that day, I wouldn't know. Thankfully, the doctors here, like I wouldn't say the doctors here because it's one doctor, but like I feel like the medical professions, like professionals here, even though there's like Western influence, it's not as much as like what I'm used to, and the people
Yeah.
are very competent in whatever it is they do. Like if
Yeah.
they draw blood like nobody's business. They never miss a vein. Like they
Yeah.
could do it in
Yeah.
the dark with their eyes closed. Like
Right.
and the doctor really helped me. I had dealt with this issue before in the States, and I just remember them not caring, and I thought they don't know what's wrong with me, and
Hmm.
maybe they're trying to figure it out. But it's probably the insurance telling them like, oh, first try this med, then try this solution, then we can
Yeah.
put her in the hospital for this or whatever. And so
Right.
here it was like, boom, take this, boom, boom, boom. You're having trouble, keeping stuff down, so we're gonna give you a liquid that's go down, and you don't, like he just thought of everything, boom, and it actually did help a lot. I was able to start eating because I think for like 2 weeks I didn't eat
Yeah.
at all. But thank God, oh my gosh, that I'm feeling a lot better. I feel like my normal self.
Right?
So
Because we didn't know. We were like, oh my God, we're gonna not ever do
yeah,
the show, or is it gonna be like
touch. It was very touch
yeah.
and go. It's one of those things you can't really call it. And so I was like, yeah, we'll see. And I felt bad because I had all these plans. My kid was like Yassine learned how to cook during that month and a half
For
because
real?
I couldn't even walk up and down the stairs. Made me queasy. I had motion
Yeah,
sickness. It was bad, and so
yeah,
she had to like. She's 7. She can make grits, hot dogs, French toast, pancake. And
yeah,
I just had to trust that she wouldn't burn the house. But
yeah.
she know how to turn the oven on and off and all that stuff. And so
That's
she just would
good.
she just would come to my room and be like, "How much do I
That's
put?" I'm
it?
like,
Yeah,
1 cup of water. Okay, now and she come back. Okay, now what do I do? And so
that's
she's
good.
she's become way more helpful. I felt bad because I don't want her to see me that way. I feel like as a mom,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be there for her and
Mm-hmm.
contribute to my family, but some stuff fell apart as a result of me being sick, but I'll get into
Yeah,
that. I'll get into that later. Did
yeah.
Ramadan did Ramadan affect you at all? Like getting
Um,
acclimated because everything's kind of slow.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been really in here being spoiled. Like I don't even really leave the house. Like Ra goes and get the food. I don't even go anywhere. Like I went to the market a few times. You remember I would message you and tell you about the market and stuff. I did
Uh-huh.
that probably like 4 times. We had
The
our
big
little
one.
experience of going. Yeah, the big one. So I'm kind of
Mm.
familiar with that one. But other than that, no. And then
You
we
could
have a
teach me.
driver. Yes,
You could teach me how to do the
I'm
market.
on it now. Right.
'Cause I'm scared.
It's
I get lost in the different alleys or whatever.
yeah. Yeah, it's easy. It's just like the other one that I feel. I actually feel like it's better than the other one. It's
Okay.
not as much traffic as the one that we had in Dakar.
Okay.
So yeah, and then us having the driver and stuff. We just have the driver come, so it's just been hella chill. But I do
Nice.
know what you mean, like with the as far as like the restaurants being closed. I
Uh-huh.
was kind of afraid of that, being that this is like a new area. Because I know in
Mhm.
Dakar, it was like when it's almost time for them to break the fast, they be like irritated, they be in a rush. It's like I'm
Yes.
like, yo, you're not supposed to be mad right now. You're supposed to be like,
Especially the first week. The first week, people got an attitude
yes,
because their stomach is like
yes.
growling. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. So
Hmm.
yeah, we weren't that affected this time.
That's
I just
good.
been getting stuff.
Yeah, Amadou was doing everything by himself, and he works, and then he had to go to the grocery store or find place like the places that I was like, oh, I'm in the mood for this. I think I could eat this and I'll be okay. Was
Hmm.
closed for lunch. Like everything was closed for lunch,
Yeah.
so it was just really hard. And then he could eat something, my daughter could eat something, and I can't eat that. So it was just weird, but we got
Yeah.
through it, thank goodness. But the housekeepers started tripping.
Oh really?
Yeah, so they about to be gone.
Both of them?
Yes, they cousins.
What
They gotta both.
happened?
They both gotta go. Mm.
What happened? Not they both gotta go. What
Let me tell
happened?
you. Let me tell you. So first, because I was so queasy, didn't want to go up and down the stairs. So I moved downstairs. I'm actually in the downstairs room right now. I have moved
Okay.
like my stuff.
Hmm.
And what's to call it? Uh, they stole some money out of my wallet that was in my purse. Yeah.
No.
But before I had been sick, they tried to steal Amadou's one of his cell phones. He have two that he used,
What?
and I got two. I got two too.
Hmm.
But he didn't tell me before that when he got his cell phone back, the SIM card had been removed, and you could tell the type of case that he had on his phone was
Hmm.
like where you have to put some on the front and the back, like you have to open it like it's like it was like a frame in the
Oh,
like something
right.
that they
In the
couldn't
back. Hmm.
they didn't know how to put it back together. So for
Oh,
3 days, he made this one look for the phone because he knew that somebody took it because he leave it in the same spot, you know.
right.
But it's like
Mm-hmm.
when you have a kid, like sometimes you don't want to blame people because it could be your kid did
Yes.
it.
Yes.
You don't want to come out the pocket, like, so you got to be real careful when you confront people. But
Mm-hmm.
like, so so the girl was looking in he's like looking every room. So
Fake looking.
every day, like one was cleaning and she was looking because he was like, "You're gonna keep looking till you find it." And then,
Right.
and she said, "Oh, Uncle, come here." And she went in some room that he don't never go in to put his phone, and it was like laying somewhere. But he said, but he didn't tell me that the SIM card had been taken out and some. But he had looked, I think, find my iPhone or something like that. He had looked online
Mm-hmm.
and seen the last time it was on. It was in the house. So I guess it was turned off though, like 2 days
Yeah.
have been off. So he's like, maybe the battery died or some. But they took
Damn.
it. So that he
Damn.
didn't say nothing because he got his phone back. We didn't do nothing. We just were like, okay, we'll see how they do, and we're gonna wait. That was earlier in the year. We see how they do, and whatever.
Oh, that was earlier in the year.
I mean, that was because when I get sick, March. So like it was probably
Oh,
February
okay.
or something like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So but then they work started slacking off during Ramadan. But the thing is with me is that I've done Ramadan like halfway, like once or twice. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's tired, and especially in the beginning. So I didn't really give them. I didn't really want to be like, oh, they being lazy or not doing
Yeah.
everything, whatever, whatever. And I was sick just before Ramadan started.
Right.
So because I was sick, nobody could watch them. Amadu's doing his thing. He can't sit up here and look at everything they do.
Right.
Even me, normally I would be on my computer or editing a video or something, and I could walk around and I could see what they doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know what room they in and whatever. But I hadn't been in my bedroom for a while, and my purse was in there, and I remember, and I was like, okay, I gotta push myself and go upstairs and like look at my stuff, because at least if I look at my
Yeah.
stuff and I know where it is, I know when something's been moved or something's
Mm-hmm.
been. So if because the thing is, as a woman, when you have a woman coming into your house to clean, the stuff that they're more attracted to is women's stuff. They don't care
Yeah.
about his stuff. You know,
Yeah.
they can't do. But yeah. So my purse, I had zipped my wallet, I zipped my purse, and I put it
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. And then the next day or two, I checked it again. Like I just checked to see what was moved. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then and the purse was open and the wallet inside was unzipped. Like the zipper wasn't zipped all the way around. So like, I know
Mm-hmm.
somebody went in there, and I knew I had a 10,000 in there because that's all I keep on me. Just like one, I don't keep a lot. So
Yeah.
when I was like, nah, somebody straight up. So I'm gonna confronted them. But I was like, look, when you confront people, they know that you think they did it. So they
Yeah.
might know that their days is numbered. And when somebody know they're gonna get fired,
Mm-hmm.
they could just like take something and dip. You feel me? Like
Oh,
before,
right. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, and just not come back. Right.
you have to fire people by surprise, like the
Yeah.
day of. So we've been trying to fire them for like the past 3 days.
Wait,
But let me,
trying?
well, okay. They both lost their phones, or don't have a phone, and one lost a phone. So we can't
Uh-huh.
call them, because what we could do if they had a phone, we would be like, we're gonna
Just
waive
don't
you the
come.
we're gonna waive
Uh-huh.
you the money for this week and don't come. He
Mm-hmm.
wanted to fire him at the end of the month, but we couldn't find a replacement, and I didn't know how my health was gonna be. So he was like, nah, we need somebody. But yeah, so last weekend, normally what they would do, especially since Ramadan is over, they don't have no excuse. They've
Mm-hmm.
been eating good. But like normally what they would do, one comes Saturday, one comes Sunday, and because they live next door to each other and their families are related, they would switch if one had a wedding or one had something, a
Mm-hmm.
baptism, they would switch.
Yeah.
Last
That's
weekend they
cool.
didn't do that. One of them said, "Oh, I have a funeral." The other one know you got a funeral. She in the same family. She lived right across the street.
Right.
Y'all could have switched days. But they started caring less since Ramadan. But I think it's because I wasn't there to like watch
Oh
anything.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So they would just, they weren't cooking for Ramadan. So they just would clean and then take a nap. And then they wait for us to take them home when we go pick up my kid from school. They wait
Mm-hmm.
for us to pick them up when we go drop her at school. So like days that we didn't take her to school, they would be like, "Are you coming?" Like, no, take a taxi. Like, this is not a automatic thing. But like people
Yeah.
get complacent and used
Uncomfortable.
to stuff. And then it's
Yeah.
like, it's time to go. Even though they didn't finish the stuff he told them to do, they would be like, oh, it's time to go because you about to go pick her up from school. But like, you're
Mm-hmm.
not done, man. You get off
Yeah.
early only because we're nice enough to like drop you off. But
Mm-hmm.
we don't have to drop you off. And sometimes we may need you to stay till 5 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
So that weekend we didn't have somebody on a Sunday. We didn't have nobody yesterday or Friday. Both of them didn't show Friday.
Mm.
One of them didn't show for yesterday, who was supposed to, but she called the guy who works for us that does like the water the plants and all that kind of stuff and clean up outside. She called
Mm-hmm.
him instead of us to say she's sick. I just felt like some fishy is coming. And
Yeah.
so so me and Amadou was both thinking it. We never said nothing to each other. We was like, is something really valuable missing?
Yes.
Like before they don't come back.
That's what I was about to say.
That's what Tammy said too. She was like, wait a minute, the way they're acting, because she was with us
Yeah.
the last 2 days she was here. And she was like, ooh, I would let them go. I want to let them go so bad. Like, I don't want them in my house anymore. The energy, you know how it feel when the energy somebody, you could tell. The other
Yes.
day,
Because I've been there with ex cleaners, so I know.
so we let them go early when we have stuff to do and we have to leave. We're like, don't cook lunch. We leaving. We doing something.
Mm.
We had a wedding on Thursday. We let them go early. All the stuff that Amadou told them to do, they didn't do. Like, I seen the table. Like, every day they wiped the dust. They cleared the coffee table, but it was like, I don't know, like dried oatmeal or something that my daughter ate, cereal or something,
Mm.
like stuck. You can see it. It's not just like it's sticky. Like, and I'm like, you cleared the table, you took the stuff off, but you left. But then
Yeah.
she's asking me, oh, I could for her. Like, she was like, I can wash your daughter's hair today. I took her to the salon on Sunday with me to get her hair like deep washed.
Mm.
So her hair is clean. It's just not retwisted. So it looked, like she got like new growth, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So she asking me, I'm like, I wonder if she asking me so she could use my daughter's shampoo, because the shampoo I bought her, like, I think the price tag is on it. I don't know. She might think I spent a lot of money, probably like $10 or something. But it's like
Mm.
natural stuff, and I bought it from a black business. So I was like,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, why is she asking me over and over, can she do her hair? And I don't know how to speak well enough to be like, she already got her hair washed. It's okay. So she
Yeah.
know. It's like when I try to talk to them, they act like they don't know what I said.
Yes.
When they try to talk to me, they know I can't say nothing back, and they could just do whatever. And they do different stuff when Amadou's not here. Like, she asked me, oh,
Yeah.
the Wi-Fi, I lost the Wi-Fi for my phone. So I put the code for my Wi-Fi, and then she did that like 3 days. And I asked, I said, did she always have the Wi-Fi? Because our old housekeeper did. So I didn't
Mm.
want to be like, no, but she played me
Yeah.
like, how you play your two parents against, like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. She
Yeah.
knows, I don't know. She would never ask him that. And so
Yeah.
I said, she asked me 3 times. And then she asked my daughter, like, she's like, oh, give the phone to your mom so she could put the Wi-Fi for me using my
Mm.
kid. And I was like, I need to tell him about this when I remember. And he was like, no, she never had it. I'm like, she acted like she had it and it like and she lost it or something. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you playing games. And then she said she want to wash my kid's hair. And then she's dragging my daughter up the stairs, like, come on, wash your hair. And I'm like, you didn't even clean the room we asked you to clean. Like, it's real
Mm.
suspicious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I talked to Kine about it, and she was like, look at your perfume and make sure your perfume is not going down. Like, you'll see little stuff like they not taking
What?
it, but
If somebody was taking some of my essential oils, they would have to die.
and
Okay.
see, there's some things that they don't care. Like nobody would mess with my workout stuff, my yoga mat,
Yeah.
my you know what I'm saying. My essential oils don't nobody touch them.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've had 3 perfumes. One disappeared. One went down to this, and it was Givenchy. Somebody gave it to me from
Oh my
France.
God.
Whatever, he brought it, but I'm like, and one went missing and one broke. Like they just be
Yeah.
break stuff. But it's just like everything is piling up. And I told Amadou, like he said he's done, but it's like the way he want to fire people is too nice. Like
Yeah, it's too
he still,
cynically.
he still want them to come and like work, and then at the end of the day, don't come back. Here's your money. And I'm like, I don't want to be around them. Like they make my
Yeah.
skin crawl because I know
Yes.
they're lying to my, like they trying to
Yes.
play me. Ooh, I
Right.
don't
You
like
can
it.
feel
I
it.
don't like it. You know
I feel you on that.
my dining table is glass,
Hmm.
like glass top, the whole glass, whatever.
Yeah.
They broke it. It got a crack all the way through. Not
Oh
only that,
my God.
a piece of the glass on the corner, like this big, is broken
No.
off. Freaking broken
What?
off. And they act like it's nothing. And I'm like, I wish I
Yeah.
could be American and be like, that's coming out of your salary, man. But they would just
That is
they
the
would just
difference.
but they would just stop working. So it's like I would never
Yo,
get
even on our move over here, I was like boxing like our refrigerator, I wrapped it in boxes because they don't care. They just gonna
no,
break your stuff and then
no,
that's it.
no,
Like,
nobody cared. When we moved our stuff, it wasn't packed right. I
uh-huh.
couldn't like we didn't have the funds, like we were saving all our money to come here. So we didn't want to spend, but I was like, I wish I could have like packed the stuff better because everything got messed up, man. And it's like we
Yeah.
didn't keep like inventory of everything we had. I was I was pregnant at that time, and
Mm.
I wasn't feeling good, so I was like tired. I couldn't really pack that much, so it was like halfway done. But I'm like, dude, if we could have done that better, my stuff
Yeah.
would have been broken. Both TVs we
Yes.
had shipped were broken.
Girl, all of my mirrors, like I have that giant mirror that's in my room. I was like, yo, tell them that if they break this mirror, like you have to do real threats, and then when you do it, it doesn't. Nobody even cares anyway. So
It's like, oh, I'm done working, whatever.
it's just like whatever. I really tried to I was like, yo, I don't have time to make up a contract now. I'm about to get real American on y'all asses. If y'all break anything, it's coming out. And it was like,
Let me
I was like, we're
let me
not doing business then. Like,
let me tell you what this heifer did today. So like one is older and one is younger. So the younger have to do what her older cousin or whoever
uh,
said. So she the quiet one, the younger
uh,
one, she 20, she don't say nothing. But the one that's like 27 or something like that, she a mom, she got kids, she married. So
uh,
she she looked sneaky to me from the beginning, but I didn't want to judge.
yeah.
But she said, okay, so we didn't want to fire nobody because we wanted to wait till we find some people. But
Mm,
I'm like, nah. And then after we got to the point, Amadou's like, I don't care. Every day we can clean for an hour and we just do one bedroom a day, get the dust, whatever, and we just do it until we find somebody. I'm like, good, please. I don't like to be a slave to somebody that I don't
right.
want here. They're not gonna clean, they don't care about my stuff. Like I could feel they don't care.
Yes.
So they don't even put stuff back. Like now that I've been healthy, I've been, cooking or making breakfast or whatever, and I can't find nothing. And I'm like, are they stealing it or just not putting it
Now
away?
you like paranoid. Like, oh
So
my
I'm like,
God.
okay, they don't, because like some of my utensils come from the States, because like
Mm,
they have cooking utensils here, but they when they make it, they can break easy. Like when they
yeah.
make the iron spoons and stuff.
Yeah.
They can break, you get another one, but I don't be going to their market, so I don't. And then if you buy
Hmm.
from Ocean, it be expensive plastic stuff, and it don't. So I got my good kitchen stuff, my Pyrex dishes. They put a glass cup in a drawer. They put like stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, huh. But anyway, they broke like my cabinet is one of my cabinet doors is broken, like hanging off, like this a new house. Like, hanging like the door. They slam my glass. All my doors is glass. They slam the glass door to the small kitchen every time Amadou tell them. And then the handle now is loose. Like little
Yes.
stuff that like nobody gonna take care of your stuff like you take care of your stuff.
Yeah.
So like now I feel like, okay, every time, like we did have a good person before. So it's not like every person has been,
Yeah.
but people do get lazy. But the thing that I'm going to do now is that, like, as a woman, or maybe not as a woman, but just as me and him, like, I'm better at organizing stuff and making sure stuff is where and all that, paying attention to detail. So it's like, me and Wolof, and I can't talk back how I want to. Next person, whether they speak French or not, I'm speaking to them in French, and they just gonna have to get it. Like they just gonna have to learn. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like, today I went to her. I googled like a metal spatula or something like that, and I showed her. I said, "Where is my?" I said it to her in French. I don't care. I'm not gonna be, scared. She had to look for it. I'm like, put stuff back where it goes. Like,
yeah.
So I'm gonna be American on these next one. I know he do. I'm now that I got some experience.
Yes.
I'm getting nanny cams.
Yes.
Because he told me so today. She didn't clean my room. She left, and he went after her. Was like, "You're supposed to clean the room." We let her off early today because he didn't even want her around all day. He was like, "I don't even want her to cook lunch." He's like, "Clean these 3 rooms and the living room, and then you could go." She didn't clean my room. So he's like, "Where is she? Is she upstairs? You got to go watch. She's cleaning your room. You got to go watch." I'm like,
no.
That's what every time he tell me that, I'm like, no, I could be upstairs somewhere. What I got to pretend like I'm going in the room for something. So I go upstairs, like I'm bringing some towels to put in my room. She ain't in there, and she haven't cleaned in there. I'm like, she ain't even here, bro. He's like, oh, she's coming. He went outside, like she acted like she was done, and she left. He called her. She walked back, like she was gonna get a cab or something. She walked back to him. He was like, "I asked you to clean the room. You didn't clean it." She's like, "Oh," and the thing is, when she leaves, she know Amadou haven't checked stuff.
Yeah.
So she can leave, and then it's not until they leave that we find out he didn't like the stuff he asked him to do.
Then yeah.
Like, I used to ask.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. This other one, I was like, "Did you wipe the walls, the oil off the walls from when he was cooking and it splashed?" She's like, "Yeah, I did." And she left, and then I went to check. I'm like, this happened just slide to my face. So,
girl, look. This is bringing me so many memories because you remember when I first moved into the second apartment. I had a whole staff. I had like a family that was coming to clean.
They was moving shit.
Yes, and when I tell you, it was so funny because Rob was like, "Man, you looking like a boss right now. Like, why you have to do?" Because I'm like, I have windows. Like, it's windows everywhere. It's mirrors and stuff. Like, y'all have to clean the windows. And I would tell them every day, and they just would not do it. So I finally got the spray, and I'm like, Regat. And I'm like washing. And they all staring at me. And what you think happened after that? Still. The windows did not get clean.
That's what I'm gonna have to do. So our doors is all our doors are glass doors. He tell them don't use nothing wet because when you use something wet, it's gonna leave the water stain.
Yes, exactly. You gotta get paper or something.
Oh my god!
It's
if I gotta ride somebody, I can't do it, man, because the whole point of you being here is so I could do something else.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
But let me tell you what she did. So he went to go get her. He called her. He said, "Hey, come back here. You were supposed to clean." She said, "Oh yeah, I know you told me that, but I was gonna do it tomorrow."
This is Africa, boy. Like they just be like so chill. Like,
and then she had and she was trying to sneak away without him knowing. Because the room is upstairs. He would never know that she didn't clean it if I didn't go up there and check to go spy on her while she cleaned. Like, what I look like watching you clean? This is crap. I clean it myself. So
listen. Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. But you gonna let the dogs out? Okay. But what's it called it? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So he said no, come clean it now. So he come
Yeah.
back inside to eat his breakfast. You know she did not come back. He thought
Oh.
she was like right behind, like walking back. She did not come back.
Oh my God.
So he said where all their stuff because they use my daughter's room to shower and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're gonna pack up their stuff and give it to them when they come in the morning and give it to them. But I'm like, but he has to go to Dakar and do something. So he was like, I might not be here at the time. So I said, I don't want them here and I can't talk to them and you're not here and it's just weird. And
Yeah. Nuh-uh. He has to be there. Yeah.
my face is gonna be like, this your last days, mother. Like I'm just gonna be
You gotta face them. Face
yeah.
expression. Communicate with your face.
No, so like I mean I can learn from some of my sister-in-laws and stuff and be like, hey, how's your day? How your kids doing, girl? Okay. But it just
Yeah.
don't feel right. But she left. I said, dude, I said, bruh, you want her to come back? He's like, yeah, we just using one more day. I said, she don't want to work. She ain't even
No.
she trying to get fired on purpose. How dare she? I'ma leave and not do what you told me, asked me to do.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't play it off like, oh, I forgot, my bad. No,
Right,
she said,
right.
I'm deciding I'm doing it tomorrow. But
Yeah.
all this uncle this and auntie this and whatever. Oh, you gonna tell your uncle what you're not gonna do. So
Right.
like,
But
dude, that's
even if you guys have to worry about like if they stole something valuable already, the energy of having like someone that don't want to work for you in your house, that's
mm-hmm.
dangerous. That's why I
Yeah.
ended up firing the other two girls because I'm like, y'all come in here with an attitude. Like I can feel that. Like
Mm-mm.
that's no, you might as well not come because that energy is draining and I'm scared now. Like I don't
Oh,
want you in
this
my
is
house.
same
Like
thing. This is saying my cousin was saying, or somebody said, write it down and hand them a note. Adios. So look, Tammy, my cousin has said something. She was like, next time you have some, she's like, write down what they got to do and give it to them. Like if you can't talk to them, but
and
they don't know how to read.
yeah, a lot of
Wolof
them don't.
Wolof is not an original written language. Number one,
Mhm.
like it's not written. It was written after the Europeans came for
Right.
them. But if like the reason they don't speak French is because they didn't go to school. So if they didn't go to school, they don't read. So that's
Mhm.
the point. But my cousin
And
was really
then
surprised
even
when
if
I
they
told her
did
that.
though, it doesn't matter if you write it, if you sign it, you could
Yeah,
do backflip, you could do a party. It's just
even
like
even the girl we had that was a college student that could read and write, and she was excellent, whatever. I asked her to write down the stuff we need every day. She wrote a list, or every week, like the stuff that's missing, because they come to me every time. I don't like that. Oh, I need 10 cent for we out of
mm,
this, out of that. I'm like, no, I don't want this every day going to the store. Everything we need, tell me what we missing. If we
mhm,
and then I had to change it up and be like, okay, if we want chebujin and supakanja and yassa and whatever, do we have all the things to make those 4 meals for lunch next week? You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Like you can't give them a menu and be like for them, it's like this is not how this works. You just come up with
Yeah,
stuff on the fly and you get what you
yeah,
need in the moment and everything. And I'm
yeah.
like, nah, that's not how. So I asked her, she wrote down stuff. So what she ended up doing was every week I'll be like, what do we need? She was like, the same stuff.
Yeah.
Then when I'm like, "Can you make some red chebujin?" She was like, "We don't have tomato paste." I'm like, "Bruh, like, oh
And
yeah." And
look,
she was the
this
smart one. I mean,
this
the
this
educated
is
one.
yeah. This is whenever I knew it was a wrap. And this was actually my most favorite cleaner. Me and her still talk all the time. She just got married. I'm like, girl, come on down when like me and her tight. But this was the one I told you that time when Amadou was on here on the show. And I had said how she had been washing the dishes with no freaking soap.
Oh
Ay,
my
ay,
word!
ay.
Okay,
Oh my God.
that's another thing. That's another thing I can't deal with. So like when people do stuff, they want to take initiative, but they don't ask you, "Am I doing this right, or is this how you want it?" Like
Yes.
they just do it how they would do it, and they think that that's being helpful. Like I told them, next person we have in the beginning, I need them to come to me. Everything they do, I just clean your room, so I could check it and see if it's done right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do this? Like, I need you to check in with me every time. It may feel stupid, but I need you to tell me, because if you don't, something gonna get done and it's gonna be like, what the heck are you doing? Like, you gotta
Yeah.
like. But the problem, like, now we have somebody that we could hire, and
Mm-hmm.
the person comes highly recommended because our pool guy is the best employee that we have and
Mm.
the most reliable, and he does everything. He does plumbing. He'll do everything for us,
Yeah.
handiwork.
That's dope.
So he's great and reliable and everything. His sister Amadou was like, if we hire his sister, because his sister called him, asked for a job,
Mm.
and he's seen all the housekeepers we've had. He know all of them, like the 5 or 6 that we've had. So he
Yeah.
know we be rotating every 6 months or so.
Right.
But Amadou was like, I don't want to have no bad relationship. I'm like, if something go wrong, I don't want to mess up nothing between,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said, look, you, like, if she come from good stock, she might be okay. But just in
Good
case,
stuff.
I'm like, I'm like, talk to dude and tell him I didn't want to hire your sister because I don't want. He's like, you see, we have problems with people. I don't want no problems with your sister, and then I got problems with you.
Yeah.
So Aisha told me to talk to you, and so you can talk to your sister. Make sure
Yeah. I
she
mean,
ain't.
and he should be honest about, is she really gonna come and want to do the work? Is she gonna be like, he could
And
just
this
be
is
like,
the thing
let us
too,
know right now.
because Amadou told him that, and he received it very seriously. Like, he will talk to his sister and be like, don't be no, because then he'll realize, if you mess this up, you gonna mess up my work, because
Yeah.
that's, you know what I'm saying. So he'll get it. It can affect him negatively too, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's a risk that he either is willing to take or not, or he know his
Yeah.
sister, but at least then, if anything do happen, he know he can. Amadou know he can talk to him, be like, hey, you know, it's not working out. I don't want to, whatever. But so then it could just be business. It's like, if she don't work out, she don't work out. But
Yeah.
I don't. It's not nothing personal or whatever.
Yeah. It's
But
definitely like this, and this is good for you guys to hear this, because like she said, like, it's not like we haven't had good experiences, but even for us
right,
here in this new apartment, I was going to get a cleaner, and I just was like, first of all, there's a thing with that, because I believe that when kids grow up and just have clean,
mm-hmm,
we had a whole staff at one point, and then
mm-hmm.
I reduced it, not just because of them, but also because I do want my kids to be used
Yes,
to doing chores and stuff. And I feel
yeah,
like they just kind of got a little too comfortable. But then
yeah.
I was
Because
like,
yeah,
mm,
when you
what?
have kids, like here, like when people have kids, a lot of times they don't have housekeepers. Like, if you have
Yeah,
like older kids, you may not need a housekeeper for
yeah,
a certain period until they go to school or do other stuff.
right, right. It just to come like, a few days or something. Cause I was going to do that, but then I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't even really feel like building up the new rapport with somebody, like
Mm-hmm.
telling them and all the, like, not that it's too crazy, but you might end up switching, and you might, you do have to watch the person. Like, in the beginning, there is
Yeah.
something, I feel like, unless sometimes if you get like an older person, then it could be a little bit different. But especially if you're going to get somebody young, it's like they really do. Sometimes it
They
can be
the thing with
drama.
young, especially if you go too young, they want to work because they want money, but they don't. They may not really want to work, and they find
Yeah.
out once they work that they don't really want to work.
Yes, because the girls
So,
I had at one point, I remember they was doing TikToks on my balcony. They was
mhm.
like, "Oh my goodness, it was crazy." I was like, "Y'all is having too much fun in here." Like,
The best situation we had was almost a year, and the girl was she like we could leave her here when we leave the house, and she will house sit for us, babysit for
yeah,
us, stay overnight, whatever, and she would do all that, and she was trustworthy. The only thing was, at the end, you could tell her heart wasn't in it anymore. She wanted to go to
yeah,
school. She wanted to advance, and so we wasn't gonna hold her back.
yeah,
But
hmm,
it's crazy. Like, but now what I've learned, because this is what I want people to know, like, I'm getting nanny cams for my room, like the places where stuff is at, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, you may have jewelry. Like the thing is, you also have to learn what's valuable to certain people. So like perfume is very valuable to people.
Yeah.
They really like to smell good, especially because deodorant is not really a part of everybody's thing.
Yeah.
So they take a lot of showers and they use a lot of perfume, but they will spend money on perfume like $100 or whatever, like $50 when they
Mm.
got whatever, like other stuff. But
Mm.
so I had to put my perfume, since I've been in my other room, I put my perfume away in a place where every couple of days I can go check and see if it's been moved, at least, you know what I mean?
Right.
And
Mm.
it's in an enclosed cabinet, a place that they don't even need to go. I always make sure certain stuff is closed, but if I could do it all over again or whatever, I would make sure all my stuff is locked. Like
Uh-huh.
that's like I understand my mother-in-law's ways so much more now. Like
Yeah, yeah.
she be hiding stuff under her bed. She hide milk. She have her own little mini fridge in her room. She lock it up even from her family, because
Dang.
even from her kids and grandkids and stuff,
That's
because
why
they'll
it be
be
locks on everything everywhere. The
that
refrigerators got locks on them, the
all the rooms.
kitchen.
Like, why you gotta lock the rooms in your? Yeah, but it's like people just take, because they have a culture of like share. You share. What's the big deal? You can't
Yeah.
really say no. But if you hide it, then they can't, really ask for it, I
Yeah.
guess.
Now my last cleaner, I didn't have to deal with that though. She really was like, she really was an angel. I really was like, do you want to move with us? Like, we're moving to
Mhm.
Sally. Can you come? There's a room for you. I have a room. Like, I was like, tell her she don't even she don't even have to worry about staying, finding her own place. Like, she could just live with
Yeah.
us for free.
We considered that. We did that once. It didn't work out, but because
Yeah.
her energy. I mean, it worked out for a while,
That's
but
the thing. The energy makes a difference. Like for us, and
that
it was so
stank
funny after I
attitude.
dealt with the first women, because I was like, this is crazy. I remember them trying me, like they had the attitudes and all of that. And then we went to like this agency, and I got raw translating and stuff, and it was like the girls was looking at me like, because I was like, can you tell them when it comes to energy, I do not like. I was like, what? I'm like,
How
they
am I
need to
supposed to
know
say
that.
that?
Right. I'm like, they need to know that the vibes got to be right. Like, I ain't doing no weird ass vibes. Like, in my
How
house.
you gonna translate that to one of them? Tell me that to poor Ralph.
That's why I was like, this time we just gonna clean, y'all. Okay. Just gonna clean
Mhm.
everything all the time. We're going back to that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's 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 a learning experience, but I'm definitely getting nanny cams, because every time
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Oh, they're cleaning your room. Go up and check."
That's
What
too
do I look?
much.
What is that? Like they know what I'm doing. That feels weird. Like,
Hmm.
and he's like, just go and he's like, just sit in there and what? I'm like, what am I
Like,
sitting?
you don't want to have to micromanage anybody in your own house.
If I was already in there, then fine. But I'm not gonna go. Oh, you cleaning? Okay, I'll just hang out. Like, no, ugh, that feels
Yeah.
weird, man.
And
If I had to do that, I don't want you in my house.
yeah. And I knew a Senegalese, well, this is actually a friend that told me this. This Senegalese chick that I met, and she's from here. She's born and raised here. And she said that it was, her suggestion was to hire men. She said that with men, you don't have any drama and they just
Mm-hmm.
get right in there and
And they
just
don't
do it
take
and
your
just
girl
leave.
stuff. They don't take
Yeah.
your girly stuff, because sometimes sanitary stuff be gone, perfumes be gone,
Yeah.
jewelry, hair
I'm
stuff.
so glad I have not dealt with that. Mashallah.
But like even the dude, his days is number two, because he took off for the end of Ramadan. He took off, and the thing is, dude likes to work. He loves to work. When he didn't have work to do, he was trying to hit on
Mm.
all our housekeepers and stuff, and he get too close to them, and it just feel a little weird. And like you got to be careful when your staff, like the inside staff, and like
Uh-huh.
now I actually get why the slaves and stuff
You
like.
better not say it. I was like,
No.
I
Okay.
was like, you
Okay.
better not.
Okay. But listen to me though. Listen to me though. If there was gonna be a revolt, if there was gonna be an uprising,
Uh-huh.
wouldn't
Uh-huh.
it behoove the people, like the people who know the outside? They know, like this dude know my dogs. He
Yeah.
know the code to the lock to the gate.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He know how to turn on the water so people outside can get water, like when we sell water.
Mm.
Like He know all the outside stuff. He know he sleep outside like our house. He know when we
Yeah.
gone. You know when we sleeping. And then you have
Mm-hmm.
the people who know the inside of the house. They know. They know. She says hilarious. The people inside the house, they know what we do. They know what language we speak in.
Yeah.
They know where the stuff that's in what room. Like if you go,
Right.
So I'm gonna get the dogs. Boom! I take care of the dogs, and I'm gonna go inside to the wherever where the stuff is at.
Mm.
You feel me?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. No, no, no. I feel you. I'm here with you. I feel you on
So like,
that.
so like,
It makes
I'm like,
sense. Like,
so you got to keep them divided, and then you keep one looking like, but actually, like he be here hanging out like he was hanging out with the last people we had. He was hanging
yeah.
out at the kitchen because the small kitchen have a door to outside. He be posted
Mm.
because he come get his food. I was like, see, he got to come get his lunch every day from them. So then he hanging out and kicking it like, oh, I can help you. He just be flirting and whatever. So, but when he have work to do, we have no problems with him.
Yeah.
Only problem we have now is that we allow him. So he has 3 incomes. He works for the guy where he sleeps at the house, like he guards his construction site
Mm-hmm.
and waters the dude's trees and stuff. He waters our coconut trees outside, our trees inside, our garden, everything, all our, whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
he cleans the dog mess and whatever. But then he's supposed to do stuff for us that we need that's like not every day. He cleans dog poop. But like if we
Mm-hmm.
need him to do some manual labor that the girls can't do, he'll like climb the balcony and clean like an area
Yeah.
where there's like no railing, like he'll
Yeah.
do certain stuff like that. But what Amadou said was, if you don't have nothing you could do in the middle of the day, there's construction sites all around us now. So he's like, you can help out, make money, doing that during the middle of the day and just do what
Mm-hmm.
we need you to do for us. Like if we ain't here, he feed the dogs or put them away or whatever. And
Yeah.
so he's been working so much, especially during Ramadan, because it's like the schedule is weird. So like I guess people be tired and they stay up later
Yeah.
at night and whatever. So
Yeah.
he'll be slipping on the stuff, and Amadou's not trying to be like telling him every day. He know what to do. He been here, and so he would neglect this job to be doing construction. And then Korite came, the end of Ramadan, the holiday. He took 4 days and
Mm.
he didn't call. Like the holiday
Mm.
was Saturday, Sunday, whatever, Monday, Tuesday. He didn't call and say when he was coming or whatever. And then he did the same thing again. And Amadou was like, the next holiday, the Tabaski or whatever, if he do it
Mm.
again, he's gone. So he been looking for
Yeah.
another person to replace him, and he found one already. So he's like, so yesterday
Damn.
he came in. Yesterday he came in and it was like, oh, I gotta leave early. My family, we got a thing. Like it was like a funeral and some other stuff. And then Korite, he took 4 days. And my homegirl Kina was like, if he took 4 days for just the end of Ramadan, which is not the big party, he gonna take 2 weeks for Tabaski,
Right.
because it's like what? So
Yeah.
he haven't checked in. So he's like,
Yeah, that no call no show thing does not
uh-uh,
exist here. For us,
exactly.
it's a thing, but for them, it's like what?
Yeah,
You
I
know,
can't do
you
that. But when they care, they'll call. Cause
yeah,
like my housekeepers used to call and say, I can't come, but I'm gonna send the other girl. We switched and whatever. But now it's like, oh, I don't have to. So we didn't have somebody for 2 days in a row, and then the day she came, we let her leave early, and she's just gonna be stank. I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
yeah.
So I'm like,
You
they
know,
all.
I like the comment that I had highlighted from unapologetic Nubian.
Yeah,
Uh, I think that's a thing all across the board. In Gambia, we've heard people talk about it. In Ghana, I know people that talk about it. I think that it's like this African, Caribbean, almost like Jamaican culture thing. You know how they joke about like ordering food from those kind of places and they like cuss you out and they be like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I mean, I think that America and European countries, we really run the whole like customer service, kind of thing. Like it comes off as the work ethic, but I think it's really just the way that nobody is accountable. Like you're not gonna
Mhm.
really get fired. You're not really gonna get any penalties. You're not really gonna. So it's just like just doing whatever.
Yeah,
So
it's no sense of urgency because nobody's in
Yeah.
dire straits. Everybody knows how to survive. It's like Americans, we will like if we're rich and we lose our job, like we don't know what to do because we don't know how to
Yeah.
do anything. Like we don't know how to do for ourselves. We know how to pay people to do stuff for us. And if you don't have
Mm-hmm.
money, you can't do nothing. So it's like
Yeah.
you lose your mind. That's why people freak out. Like if you have maids, you grow up with maids and stuff, you don't know how to do nothing. And then when you lose that status, it's like you haven't been like that's why I think it's good that your kids are doing stuff. Like even
Yeah.
Yassine, like I tell my daughter, like, you gotta cook with the housekeepers. They got
Yes. Go help.
because the
Yeah.
days that they don't show, I don't like being dependent on somebody and I can't do what they do for me.
Right.
Maybe I don't want to do it. Maybe I don't want to go outside in the heat and water the plants
Yes.
or hang up the clothes on the line. I really don't like that because it's be
Yeah.
hot. But like
Yeah.
if I had to, I could. Like I don't want to be
Yeah.
dependent on nobody to where they have me hostage. Like, oh, she
Yeah.
can't fire me because la la.
Right.
Once I feel like they could be like that, I'm like, if you're gonna act like that, no. And
Right.
I'll do it tomorrow. That type of stuff, I don't want that in here. Like I told Amadou, he was like, well, our room still hasn't been cleaned. And I was like, but do you think I want her cleaning my room now? You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh.
Right.
And then what I'm gonna sit there and be, but definitely I'm getting a nanny cam for my room. What I wanted to
Yeah.
do, but I have to wait on Amadou to do it, was like our closets, I wanted them to lock like my mother-in-law's does,
Mm-hmm.
and lock because I didn't think I was like, okay, your valuables are where they go, and then everything else you don't worry about it. But now I know why everybody be hiding all their stuff. Like,
Right.
is it that serious? Like,
Right.
um, but yeah. So I have I had brought a safe from Amazon, and they
Mm-hmm.
shipped it, and then they shipped it without the key.
What the hell?
It was like one of those somebody returned it and then they reboxed it without
Uh-huh.
all the pieces or something.
Oh.
But I leave it there as a like a
They have some out here too. On
okay. Then I need
what you
on
call it.
Jumia.
I actually think I seen one at the store out here in Sally. I could have sworn I know I just seen a safe out here. I was like, oh, look
Cool.
at the safe.
I need to get me
Mm-hmm.
one of those
Yeah,
because I
Jumia
did
or
think, I did
expect the
think
car.
about that before coming. But when we made the closets, first we made the closets without doors. Then we realized like dust was getting on like clothes and stuff, and so we closed it. So I'm like, yeah, we need keys on all the stuff. Now I know why people have locks and keys on all their
Yeah.
doors and their bedrooms and stuff because you expose it not just for house help and stuff. And I think that like somebody said I had said that before about they're not cleaning my bedroom or whatever. I think that
Yeah.
was in the project new. I had said that from the beginning, but then with the dust, so like everywhere in the bath, like everywhere have dust. And then if
Right.
you're working, you can't do that every day. And it kind of needs to be done every day. At least every other day you gotta sweep. It's just different than the States. Like in the States, I didn't have to vacuum my carpet
Yes.
every other day.
Yo, even out here in Sally compared to the car, I'm like, yo, this is next level
Yeah,
dust.
and you know why? It's probably because like all the buildings in Dakar are so high, and it's less dust like around, and like
Yeah.
here it's more spread out. Yeah, you
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
shoot.
Exactly. I had to oil my shelf because it's just no matter
Yeah.
what, like this is gonna be dusty.
Yes. And I'm like, dude, like I have glass shelves in my bathroom.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, I could see somebody coming and just being clumsy. Like the one girl we were actually gonna send you to your house, but she
Uh-huh.
keep asking us for a job,
Uh-huh.
but to like for a job again. But Amadou don't want her. She's nice. She's a sweet girl. She's not
Hmm.
she's positive and stuff. She's not lazy or anything, but she just a little on the slow side like
Yeah.
as far as like she wouldn't think ahead or like take that extra step. And it's like sometimes you don't want to be reminding people over and over. And then
Yeah.
she broke like four things when she was here.
Ooh, okay. So that was one thing that the girl that I love, she was breaking stuff all the time. And you know
Oh
what? Like, I totally get the whole Senegalese thing, like the way that we talk about them, like letting a lot of stuff go. And because
yes.
honestly, like Africa has taught me how to do that, and it's been a good thing
Yeah.
because you just be stressed out for what? Like you can't really stop it. You can mention things and you can
Yeah.
say don't do this, and but then you just be stressed out for what? So she would just break stuff, and I would just be like, all right, you
If it
know.
were me, dog, like, and I broke somebody's glass table, and I had to look at that every day, I would feel so bad. Even
Yes,
if I could,
they don't
even if
care.
even if it took 2 months of my salary, I would offer it. Even if they said no, it's okay. I would feel some type of way. This girl broke two glasses in one day,
Yes, and you just keep on. They just keep on moving. But
and
that's
the
the thing.
whole
Like for us, because we be having like we are used to being penalized and being punished,
yeah,
and like there's
yeah,
always consequences for our actions. So
yes,
for them, it's like stop our glass,
they're not
So
right about it. And
yeah,
the crazy thing is like I like that, but then I don't like that. Like I like that they don't stress, but then it's like
yeah,
sometimes I be wanting them to be a little stressed.
yes.
But the crazy thing
Sometimes I want them to be a little stressed.
the crazy thing that prepared me, like if
Where?
I didn't have the experience with Amadou breaking stuff, like in LA, and his
Yeah.
brother breaking stuff, like my
Uh-huh.
washing machine, my brother-in-law, love him dearly. He like almost set my house on fire cooking and talking on the phone and forgetting that he had some on the stove. It was
Oh my
smoke
god.
stain. I had to get my kitchen repainted, and it's
Damn, it
like
really almost set on fire.
yes, it was smoke everywhere though. And he was just like kind of like, and I'm like, I mean he felt bad, but it's like I guess it's nothing you could do, but and
Yeah,
so
it's
at the
like, what's he
time
gonna do?
so I'm like, is he gonna pay for it? I mean I don't know at that time if he was working or not, but I was just like, oh my gosh, like you like and so
Yeah.
and I think even like my kitchen counter at the time wasn't like real uh quartz or any kind of it was
Hmm.
like the one where they put the laminate on top.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
So if you put something hot on it, it
Yeah,
will
it's
melt.
gonna mess it up.
So
Hmm.
he had put something and it like started to bubble, like burn and so it's like I have burn spot and I'm just like he's living here for free and oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
like
God. And then the thing too, like at that time, you're in America, like you haven't experienced like living here. So, because I know the difference between my anxiety and my like controlness compared to
hmm
now, where it's just like a lot of times it's like, okay, like that's amazing how much that, like, that's a huge thing that I've noticed have changed. And I've always been like a chill person overall, but moving here really showed me like, yo, I do be like, I'd be like,
we,
an
we be
American,
in yeah.
know?
Like when I went to the house, every time like they lived in different houses depending on where they were working or whatever, and then but like I've always seen when they eat breakfast, the mugs are always missing the handle, and so
Yeah,
I would be like, why don't y'all get new mugs? But I realized every time it was new mugs, like different mugs, different color, whatever, and the
right.
mugs handles would always, and I'm like, so you break stuff. It's not just you being clumsy. Your brother, like, because my mugs at home will be the same, like a couple of them. And I'm just like, how do you not hold it and like after the handle's gone, you can't hold no hot. Like, what's the
Right,
point of
right. What's
keeping
the
it?
point of it? Yes.
And that's the thing. They keep it and still use it, and
Yeah.
it's like, huh? Like, so I'm like, okay, all y'all breaking stuff. So I thought it was a family thing. And then the housekeepers, I'm like, oh shoot, it's everybody.
This is
Yo.
everybody because you don't have to be careful with other people's stuff. Like,
Mm,
y'all, this is Repat No Cap for real. Like, we're giving y'all
yes.
real ass. Like, this is what it is. And like we always say, it doesn't mean like we know what is better for us. We know
Yeah.
that being here is better. So this might sound like because I feel like Americans. We can be talking about the littlest thing, and it's just like, oh no, I can't live there. Oh my God, it's so. But for us, it's nothing compared to that. We understand the difference. It's
Yeah.
just that it doesn't mean that there really are things that are bothersome. There are some really annoying ass things here, but it's
And the
not
reason,
that big.
yeah, the reason that it's challenging for us, it's not this challenging for people that are from here. It's because there's a
Yeah,
learning curve. So it's not like everybody's life is this hard. Eventually, it will get easier, and we will learn. And this is
Yeah.
all a part of the immigration process. So
Yeah.
we've had like what 2 or 3 migrations as a people, whatever, 1700, 1800, whatever. This is the
Mm-hmm.
new wave, and this is where the learning curve is, and we're here to make it easier for you, so
Yes, that's
you
right.
guys won't have to deal with half of this because you'll be ready. I knew to bring a safe when I came, even though
Mm.
Amazon did me dirty. But like I knew certain things, but I was like, nah, they ain't gonna clean my room, won't do room. But when I stayed in my in-laws for 3 months, and I realized every 2 days I needed my room, like the floor mopped and
Yeah, that's it.
swept and everything. I was like the dust, and I was like, oh yeah. Because if
Yeah.
you have your window open, that's what's coming in. Dust,
Yes.
like it'll be right underneath your windowsill, like just sitting there like
Mm-hmm.
sand. And so, you learn that you're like, oh, they're not dirty people, or like not dirty people. They're not like whatever. They clean a lot, and it just comes back.
Yeah, like it's like that. Like, oh, okay, it's not dusty in here. It's dusty out there. So you
Right.
have to be cleaning 24 hours. Yeah,
Mhm.
sweep game is real. Like sweeping. That's why in a lot of countries, sweeping becomes like a meditative, activity. Like
Mhm.
it's like they meditate when they're sweeping because you got to
Singing.
do it all day anyway.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
yep.
But like you said, we know that this is right for us regardless,
I will
and
choose bad customer as annoying. Like customer service was
uh-huh,
what I did.
uh-huh.
So as much as like I'm that person that I call the company and I talk to them by their first name. Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay, Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. Like that's me.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's like,
yes.
oh, it can really get me, but I still would rather choose bad customer
Yo,
service than American.
let me tell you, whenever you get the moment where you feel like, it's like I was telling my cousin, she come out here every like 2 months now. It's like she live here. It's so dope, man, to see like how my moving has, brought people. It's anyway.
Yeah.
But like I told her, I'm like, look, I was complaining about the housekeepers and different stuff, and she's like learning, and she's like, oh, it's like that. Oh, it's like, I'm gonna have to figure out when I move, like what to do and la. And I was like, but look, as much as I miss certain things about how things are done back home or culturally or whatever, like I know I couldn't go back because I would go back as a different person. I wouldn't fit there. I
Yeah.
wouldn't fit in the same. So it's like
Right.
you're never gonna you're gonna be in a place where you're kind of like not fitting in anywhere, and you have to find your place. And so
Hmm.
that's the part that we're doing now. That's the work that has to be done. We have to
Yeah.
create our own place. And the moments where I feel like, oh, that's when somebody will come visit, or that's when like you move down here, or
Hmm.
and then this weekend, like I had the best time. I had been sick. I hadn't left the house in like a month and a half, and it
Yeah.
was really depressing. And I was starting to think like, if I was sick at home, would it be better, different? Like, how is it being sick here and being sick over there? Like, would people care? I was thinking like, this is
Yeah.
it really sucks. Like I'm living
Yeah.
here in the middle of wherever, and I don't have nobody. But like, you check on me, and the homegirl Gabby check on me, and like, so it was nice. But I was just comparing. I was wondering, but then I'm like, you know what? I was sick back home, and then nobody helped me, and I was begging,
Yes,
and
it's still
it was
different. And we
it
got
was too
time
busy.
too. We got
It was
time. We
too
got peace of mind. We not, worried about like
nobody
bills
even
and other stuff.
nobody even nobody even have time like to babysit my kid when I went on vacation there, or like to
Yeah.
spend time with her. But so I'm like, never mind. But I told my cousin, I was like, look, Tam, like being here, you always have a moment where you find, like, as you're finding your tribe and you're finding your world. Like when we took that Zumba class, that was like a
Yes.
moment where I was like, I got
Oh,
something
yes.
here.
Yes. Wait till that vlog, y'all. I'm gonna post the
Yes,
vlog maybe tomorrow. That's gonna be so nice.
her vlog gonna be good because you're gonna see what she was really doing, getting down on the floor.
No, you're gonna see you because you remember somebody was covering me up, so we're gonna see you
Oh
getting down on
no! Oh
the
no! But
floor.
yeah, and then this weekend there was a salsa week here in Dakar, and
Hmm.
apparently it's been going on, and I happened to come across it, and thank God I was feeling better and I was able to go. But like, that, like, I had just been depressed, like, to the point I couldn't really pray and stuff, and I was trying to
Uh-huh.
like be positive, and then I had, when you look at social media and you see what your friends are doing, so everybody back home is outside now. They still got
Yeah.
masks on, but like they be outside, and I'm like, oh, my all my salsa friends, like I have been dancing salsa since I was a teenager, and so everybody
Mm.
knows everybody. Like people are 50 now and 40 and whatever, but like since I was a teenager, we all was growing up in the whole thing, and I'm like, oh, we don't have that here, like whatever. And then
No,
like
it's here.
the next day, I seen the little flyer. I was like, oh, they have
Yes.
workshops and a whole week of like fun stuff. So we went,
Yes.
and it was like I was 20 years old again, yo. And the people was dancing like they was Cuban. It was just really dope. And I was
Yes.
like, every time I think I missed something from home, like
Yeah.
it like shows up. So like whenever you get down, you will have reminders. Like I think with our kids especially, but like
Mm-hmm.
that for me was like my cousin was just here, like things are happening, and she's like making her way to like be here, more often, long term and stuff, and do stuff here, and it's just like, I didn't imagine that happening, and then all the people building, like since I've been sick, I feel like it's 3 more buildings going up,
Wow. It's going
like
fast.
right in front. The homeboy, Brian got his plot, and it's right in front of our house, like right, like there's a street, and then he's right, like we could see him from
That's
our,
dope.
like when he built, we could look out the window, be like, hi,
That's so nice. Right.
So I'm like, yo, it's really stuff happening. I just wanted somebody to come visit me, let
Right.
alone people come build. Like, I think somebody who was here for the Juneteenth party,
Mm-hmm.
they supposed to be coming. They supposed to be buying land like right now.
Oh,
Like
cool.
they ready, and then
And
somebody else, I think. Yeah. So I'm like, what? And this is
for
all
me,
like
like I
American
don't be
people.
missing none of that stuff now because it is really scary. You cannot be
Oh,
outside out there.
oh
Like,
God. I don't even
I
be
don't
wanting to
even.
talk. Like I know we said we wasn't gonna talk about stuff no more. It's just horrible.
It is really,
It's just
really like, okay,
horrible.
wait, hold on, because before we even go there, because maybe we don't even go there this time, but I got some stuff to say
No,
about that.
we're not.
But okay, I did want to address. Someone said this is what I was thinking about because when you got multiple kids, this is so relatable. It's like when your kids break your shit and you keep on and you keep on life. And
Life
yes, that's what. Yes, that's exactly what it
yes.
is. I get
You
something
can't.
broke every day. I'm
Yes.
just like, and that probably is what has helped me because I don't want to.
Yeah,
There's
it
no
does.
point of
Yeah.
reacting to the kids. Yeah.
Because
So yeah.
you could tell when people don't have kids yet, like they be a little more uptight in
Yes.
the area,
Yep.
like
That's true.
like oh, but they very particular. But like I get it, but yeah, I'll have writing on my wall. She still does like she still every now and then, it's like she
Oh, she
can't
did.
help. She draw.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll find stuff. I said, I told you since you was 3, I've been telling you not to draw on my wall. Like but she can't.
Yes.
I don't know what's like. So I had to put her in
Sometimes it's like,
art
look,
class.
I'm bored. I'm not thinking about the consequences, and that's what it is.
Right. This is my
So,
art
okay, this one too. Right.
class.
This one too. So we
I know
gotta
we haven't
address
even
this.
had
This look
time for the
like
comments. It's been so juicy.
right.
They are not dirty
This look
people.
like somebody that is from maybe from here with the last name. So I want to say
That's
this
it
real
too.
quick because people like
That's
to
not
try
me.
to like put stuff in your mouth when you're saying stuff. So we're not going to take too long with this, but let's just think about what you were saying. When you
Mhm.
said that, you ain't never said nothing about Africans being dirty. We were talking about dust,
Oh, that's what she took
okay?
it as. Like that's what she's
Yes,
saying.
you were. Yes, because
Oh, okay.
Americans say that sometimes, which is a complete opposite. I actually want to do a video about that, but you definitely weren't saying anything like that. You were talking about
No.
dust, and so you were like, oh, they're not dirty. Like it's not like these particular people are not cleaning their homes. It's just that there's
Mhm.
dust everywhere. So
And
I
that's what
think
I
this
said.
person knows that, but
I think so. Unless they're saying that there are some people who are dirty, and she's like surprised that I said they're
nah, that's
not.
not what's saying. Uh.
Yeah, I try when you be, I be the whatever, and then we switch your roles.
Right, and I be like,
But
That's real.
but yes, Miss Isatu, yeah, the people that I was talking about clean their house, and to my surprise, I was coming to visit every 2 years, so that was my observation in 2 weeks' time.
Right.
But
And it
after,
wasn't that Africans are dirty. So don't be
yeah,
putting up that
I
bullshit.
didn't see the whole routine of cleaning, like the dust until living here actually. So yeah,
Right.
but it's a lot of work. So you definitely can't do it alone. We actually thought about having somebody live here. That's how desperate we was, like to have
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
somebody
y'all's
from,
house is huge. Y'all need sweeping help.
yeah, to have somebody like from another, like some people from neighboring countries when they need somewhere to stay
Yeah.
wherever they work. But that didn't work out, which I'm glad it didn't, because I prefer somebody who can come here and leave, because you need your energy space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's true.
You-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. Someone else living with me all the time that is like, I don't know, we all go through stuff, but that's about just
They can never say they can't.
sensitivity.
They can never say they sick when they not.
Right. Ain't no call,
Yeah.
no show, right?
But yeah, I think that and the thing about the dude is, because he's working around here, because he lives here, he can work on any site. Like we're actually building next door.
Mm-hmm.
um Video probably gonna come later, but where we started building for our neighbor
Mm-hmm.
next door.
Oh,
and
cool.
um, and so our guy is working on our, like, we're not paying him. The people who are working for us are giving him a little, every day little something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you working next door and you're not even cleaning up the dog poop over here or sweeping over here. Like, it's a lot of work for somebody to do every morning before they have to work. Like, for
Right.
Amadou to sweep, water all the trees outside, because we got trees outside, we got trees inside, and clean up the dog mess and stuff, and if there's any bugs in the pool, whatever. And somebody got to clean the kitchen, somebody got to sweep and mop downstairs, and then at least one room got to be clean. You got to get the dust out the one bathroom, because it's like, if you
Right.
have a bathroom window open to let air, because bathrooms stink,
And you need to do that. You have to put
then
the air in the house.
you let in dust in. Because I'm like, I wish I could close the window, but I can't. Like, I need ventilation.
Yes.
It's like, so you got to pick and choose, like, what you want. You want air and dust, or you want stinky,
Right.
whatever. So yeah, it's one of those things. So if he doesn't get to live, at the neighbor's house across the street anymore, he got to go back home. So he probably won't be coming here to work. So that mess up all three of his jobs. Because he get paid. Dude, it's a doctor dude who, this is his building that he's building, his house he's building. He live in Dakar, and so he pay him. He work for us, so we pay him, and then he's working, like, doing little handy, like helping out with the bricks, or whoever is doing the
Mhm.
construction. It's 4 construction sites at least going on all around us, like on all sides.
Mhm.
So he get to make money doing that. That's 3 jobs.
Mhm.
But if he lose this job, he lose all of them.
Yeah.
So I feel for him, but Amadou was like, I'm not gonna tell him nothing. I'm like, for me, it's different here, where I think people take it personal if you do like how we do employee evaluation types talks, like we
Yeah.
motivate the person, like, hey, you slipping, you doing this, you doing that, or whatever, and you need to step it up, like. But for some reason here, I feel like that doesn't work. I think
Mm.
the way Amadou makes it sound like people are gonna get offended or something, and it's gonna have an adverse effect, like.
That could probably be it, and I think it goes with the Senegalese culture of like them just not really, how we talked about.
They're not honest. Like, they don't say the hard
Yeah, like they don't
conversation.
really want to do that because then it's kind of like for them it's kind of rude. Like for us, it's like this is what you need to do, and we got to keep it in line. We
Right.
got to, but for them it's like that's rude. We're not going to be like telling
I
people about
think
themselves.
I think yes, and I think what they would think is, what we're like, if you wanted somebody to step up their game, you would have to
Hmm.
say something very subtle that doesn't mean that, and then they would deduce that. But if you say it
Yeah,
straight out, they're like, wait, what does she really mean? Because she can't be being
yeah,
honest. She has to be saying something. Maybe she's saying I'm fired and doesn't really want to say it. You know
yes,
what I mean? Like, I think they would
yes.
think that you're trying to say something else and too, because everybody's too shy to like say you. Like even my
Yes.
mother-in-law was like, you got to make it nice when you fire her. You got to say,
Yes.
I
Oh
already
my
promised the job
God.
to so. I
It's
already
it's
promised the
so
job to so
opposite
and
from
so.
us. Cause
Yes.
for us, like Americans, we don't really care about all that. Like I remember not too long ago, not really long ago, when we were in Dakar, I had okay, and I did actually find out that I had the pants, but I thought they were missing because we've had a lot of clothes missing. Now that's one thing that we've dealt with is people taking our clothes to wash them and then clothes don't get returned. And then we end up getting
You must
someone
got
else's
cute
clothes.
clothes.
Huh?
You must got cute clothes.
Well, I mean that, and then they're not really like not all the time do I think that they're intentionally taking it. I think that they're mixing it up because we'll get other
Uh-huh.
people's clothes too, right? So one time I was missing my jeans. This was like my favorite pair of jeans, and I have been asking the lady every day, like, "Where's the jeans? Where's the jeans?" She's like, she doesn't know. She's trying to find it. Da, 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 da. And I just felt like we was doing not we wasn't really trying to find them jeans. So so after like a week of me like calling, be like, "Did you call? Did you ask her?" I ended up texting in French, like texting her niece, and I told her, if she can't find the jeans, then I'm gonna have to find someone else to clean our clothes because I can't keep having where we're missing clothes. Like I can't. What am I supposed to do? Just all our clothes just gonna be gone one day? Like
You
you,
threatened her.
like, girl, Rock called me like, what did you say? Why did you tell her? I'm like, I just said that I'm
Because
gonna have to find another.
if you text you, they basically assuming that you yelled, that you so mad that you.
Yes.
Oh my
And and
god!
and and I use words because I was like, how like when you translate stuff, it can also be different. So I use like thank you and please and stuff. But whatever they felt like I said, it was like it was so disrespectful.
You
So
do
I was
not
like,
text somebody that they're gonna be
yes,
fired. Oh my god!
yes. I was like, for the first day, I was like, y'all being extra for real, like
Right,
chill. I'm like,
right.
read what I said. I just like, I have to do something because how am I going to stop this from happening? I have to tell her that if this continues, you will no longer have this job. He was like, but you don't say
Because
that. Like,
the thing is, nobody uses that as motivation here. So like,
yes,
it's
it's
like
not motivating.
even in the
It's like
states.
you're just rude. Like,
Right. So like even in the States, like, back in the day, like if you don't get make this goal, you're gonna lose. Like, but like now they be like, oh, don't tell the kids that. Like that's too,
yes,
just do your
right,
best and we all get a
yes,
trophy. So like there's but
right,
even in our culture it changes. Like how we
yeah.
talked about one time, we're like when we fire people, we'd be like, it's not working out and I think we're gonna go another direction and all that kind of stuff. But like, so we have ways that we say it and make it nice. But
Yeah.
like, I think for them, it's like firing. What is like? That's not a threat. That's
Yeah, it's
like
like, why
even
would you even fire her? Like, why would you do that? I'm like, because this is not right. Like, what the, like, for like two
because
days, I
for
was not
them,
getting it. And then I was just like, all right, I'm just
for
gonna,
them,
maybe I just shouldn't have said nothing.
losing your jeans is not a big deal because
Yes.
like, so what? Stuff gets lost. You'll get something else, like whatever. And the thing is, like,
Yes.
I could be chill like them, but when it comes to stuff that I get from America, from Amazon, that I can't
That you don't
find
always get.
it,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
it's like, nah, that's important to me, bro. Like they broke
Yes.
I had a French press tea thing that I was using every day to make my tea,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
girl, the one I told you I wasn't gonna send her to you, she broke that. Like, and I'm just like, dude, like, how am I gonna
Damn.
have somebody bring me some glass when they come? Like, that's too
Right.
no, like, oh. And so I'm just like that, like those things are important to me because it's like I can't find it here. And sometimes you find stuff here and it's not the best quality. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just like
Yeah.
some stuff is just feels different. Like you can't just be, losing stuff and whatever. It's whatever.
Right.
No,
This
it's
is
not.
whatever. That's why we have a washing machine now. I'm like, we washing
Yeah.
our own clothes, even the kids. And you know what? It's been such a dope transition because when we stayed in Dakar, we couldn't get a washing machine because we were right in front of the ocean, salt water, we're messing up all this
Oh,
stuff. Yeah, so
dang.
it's out the
The
question.
whole quality of life is
Yeah.
different.
Yes, yes. So, but it was so good because we got the experience that you don't have in America, you don't have to wash your own clothes, you know. So we had to wash our clothes, especially because of the stuff that we were dealing with our clothes, like with our clothes being missing and sometimes not being able to have them done on time. So the kids know how to wash their own clothes. So
which is
now
great
we have,
because
yeah, it's
who knows if the electricity is out or if the washing
exactly.
machine you had to get it repaired, because we sent our
Hmm.
washing machine to get repaired and it took like 2 months. Like they had to send us
Yeah,
a car, and then we had to, like, they had to give us a new one because they never brought it back. Like, it was just, it's
yeah,
like sitting somewhere, and if you don't go up there and show up, they're not gonna fix it. I don't know, but
right. And
so
sometimes
we
it take
had,
up a lot of your electricity too.
exactly. That's why, and
Hmm.
we have solar, so we use ours in the morning, in the daytime, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's just some stuff you need to learn how to do, and that's great because then your kids have survival skills. So if they get in a
yes.
position where they have to choose between a washing machine and something else, they
It's
can
gonna be
say,
like
"Oh, I'll
whatever.
wash
Yeah,
myself by myself for right now," and it's cool.
yeah.
Like
I mean,
I
they
love,
literally washed like 2 loads of clothes the other day, and I personally, I'm not able to do that. I'd be like, "Can y'all wash this?" Like, so it's really good. It's been a really good transition.
that's great. That's great.
Hmm.
And some stuff we still get washed by hand because, and I don't know how to do it, but like sheets and stuff, because we have white sheets, a
Yeah,
lot of them. And so even if you wash the machine, it still be a little, like, it don't be all the way crisp. They wash it perfect. So
yeah,
we do some stuff by hand, and it just does it better. But
yeah.
but
It
yeah.
does. It does clean stuff better. I noticed that.
Mhm. Mhm.
But you know, that's like a lot of stuff. Like even going back to the comment about them being dirty or not being dirty or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I think it's so crazy because when I compare us to Africans,
Uh-huh.
I actually be like, yo, we kind of dirty, yo. Like
Yeah.
we go into the house and we put our shoes on the carpet. Like
Yes.
now that I'm here, like I always knew, like take your shoes off at the, that's
Right.
one thing I would try to establish. But it's really a normal thing for us to do that in most of the homes in America, and that's actually crazy that you're tracking the outside inside. And in the
Yeah.
way that we don't really like, I mean, I would have like wipes or something, but every toilet here has the what you call it thing. So you're always washing yourself. But in America, we normally just use dry tissue. So it's
Mm.
like, if we were to do the comparison, like when I went back for those 2 weeks, I was like, yo, we need to up our game up, you guys. Like, we need
Mm.
to start, we need to be a little bit more clean.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
extremely
definitely
clean.
a lot to learn, and when people come here and they're so impressed by my kid, I'm like, I did the right thing, because
Yes.
the other day she paid me and she paid her dad for being nice parents. And she's like, so you'll have
Oh,
money, because I think one time she asked me for something, and I was like, I don't know if I have enough cash for this. I didn't, bring any or something. And so now
uh,
she's like, so this is for you. She gave me 500. She was like, oh, so you, for being nice, just like random. Like we were both like, what?
that's so
Okay,
cute.
and like she offers people water when they come. Like she's very, like,
Yes.
helpful. I
Yep.
mean,
The kids do
she's
that
still a
too.
kid. You ask her to do something, she'll take forever, to do it and
Right.
whatever. But when she does think of stuff, like, she is pretty thoughtful, like,
Yeah,
and
they definitely learn like hospitality and stuff
yeah,
here. Like
yeah,
naturally, you have to.
and just being like a team player, because
Mm-hmm.
she would complain like, why do I always have to do, or she'll ask, why do I always have to feed the dog, or why do I always,
Yeah.
but like, when you explain to her, because we work together and I'm doing this and you're doing that and daddy's doing this or whatever, she's fine. And then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, bring the dog bowls, like, because we feed the dogs like cooked food every day, or basically raw food, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, go feed them, because you know she and the dog is bigger than her, the biggest one. She
Mm.
go out there, and then it's like, okay, the dogs are finished eating and using the bathroom. 10 minutes, go close, lock them back up. She's like, all right. She put her game down, go do it. Like, it's just like, and like the house wouldn't work without her. Like, it's starting
Mm-hmm.
to she's starting to alleviate a lot of stuff that, and so it's like cool. Like she mopped the floor the other day when the housekeeper didn't come. She stood on the rag, walking her feet all around the
Yeah.
house,
Yes. Like I
yeah,
was telling you, Titus was doing that day. I was like,
yeah.
how you learn how to do that? I'm like, I need to start doing that. That's
It's a good
smart. Like,
it's a good idea. And you could be dancing, just be like sliding across the floor.
yes.
So I'm
It's
like,
so
oh, she don't
easy.
even know what a mop with a stick look like. She just
Yes,
over the
right.
rag, like, and so I'm like, I remember me and Amadou being either here or on vacation or being in the States, certain situations, and like maybe we moved into an apartment, didn't have all the stuff yet, and I'd be like,
Mm.
I can't mop the floor, I don't have a mop, and he'll just be like, just get a rag, and like he would do stuff, and I'm like,
It's like,
oh,
ew.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
didn't think about that. Like it just be
Yeah.
little stuff. And so I'm like, she's gonna have that like survival,
Yes.
like I'll figure it out. Just use this and do this, like easy. Like
Yeah.
just wash it by hand. Duh. I
It's
remember
just so simple. Like we overthink so much.
I remember the first time I came, I didn't know how to wash my stuff. I probably said this before, but like, and they had to wash my undergarments for me because
Oh
I didn't know.
yeah.
But like, I just think about that, and I'm like, everybody here knows how to wash by hand, and I do not. I felt so. It's so many moments where I felt kind of like handicapped in a sense, like damn.
Yeah.
And I know they probably look at it. Some people probably look at it like, wow, she always has servants and maids and stuff. That's why she don't know how to. But it's just,
No, we just
or like, wow, you're rich. You have washing machines and machines for everything to do all this. But
but we
like,
don't have an option. Like there's no clothesline thing outside. There's no like system to wash your
right.
clothes easily and stuff.
And then there's no like passing that down. Like our parents
Yeah.
or grandparents knew how to do that.
Yeah.
But it's like once they got microwaves and different stuff, they were like,
Hmm.
I guess they want better for us, but better is not
Yeah.
always better because it's like survival skills are lost.
Yes,
And
and what the things that are going on now, like when the things really hit the fan, we're gonna need these kind of skills. Like people are gonna be forced into doing this kind of stuff. And
mm-hmm,
I'll say that what I notice is one thing I noticed that I love that my kids are doing. I remember the first year when we started eating from the same plate. They was
mm-hmm,
not really feeling it that much. They was just like, okay, this is kind of like extra. We had
mm-hmm.
already been preparing like for the past like 3 years. We have been eating on the floor, like in the States. I was like, no table. Like we going to Africa one day, so let's eat on the floor. So they was used to that. But the plate thing, they weren't used to that. And now, even if they're eating American dishes, like even if it's like some nachos or some, fries with some okra or something like that, they're eating like they're eating all on one plate. And it's just, even if it's a small plate, like I seen them, they made a breakfast the other day and it was like not even a big plate. And for us, like in the beginning, they weren't really that good at doing it because they couldn't really share. Like they were not that they don't like to share, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
you are American, you're racing to get your food and you don't really know, like you just come from that culture to just hurry up and eat. So now, even if it's a small plate, like they're eating and all four of them are able to all eat on a small plate. And I'm like, this is Africa. Like, this is not something I would have taught y'all. Like, y'all just learn how to do this. So I
Yo,
love that.
my kid will offer me whatever she's eating, and I feel so bad because whenever I'm eating something, she always in my face asking me for stuff. Oh, I want some. Or can I have some? Or can I have some of your whatever? And I'm just like,
You sure do. Even last time when you was over, you was like, mm-mm.
I'm like, I'm so bad. And then I be around Senegalese people and they be like, really not? I'm like, fine,
Here,
you
here.
know, because
Could you
like every time,
imagine that happening
like
four
you wasn't,
times?
I'm like, you wasn't hungry until you seen, like, it's like
Right.
everything mama got. And so I just be feeling some type of way. And I'm like, ugh. But
Hold on, look. Hold on, look. Everybody that's watching this with more than one child, we need to let her know because if you have a piece of something, if you have a whole pizza, can you imagine when the kids come in? I'm like, so basically, y'all just want it all, right? Because how are we gonna all share this one thing, this one cookie? Like,
Like,
So just say y'all want it, because I ain't gonna get none of it.
the thing is, like, I know certain stuff she'll want, and
Yeah.
like I'll give her some, or I'll
Uh-huh.
give her something else, and then I have what I want, and then it's like she'll want what she got and what I want, and I'm just like,
Yes.
no, I have plans to enjoy this last bite, and
Yo, when I say coast,
mad. He'd be like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I'm sorry. I just don't know how to share. I'm
no,
sorry."
for real, you're not that good at sharing, because even when you came over that day, Coast was sitting there asking for that drink. You was like, nope. You was like, you was just
Oh
drinking
my
the drink.
god! But
You
wasn't it? It was soda. He can't have
and
soda.
then no, Coast was doing that thing that kids be doing that's annoying too. Because he was
Uh,
like, is it good? Or
uh,
I don't like that kind, but I like, I'm like, oh my God, my baby. Like,
but no, okay. So your kids, it was different because if I gave to my kids and I had to give to your kids, and then
yes.
they couldn't eat what I had because it had meat on it, I think. And so
Yeah, I think
I
it
didn't
has
want
to be.
to. I just didn't want to share with no kids. So then it would all be
Right.
fair.
No, but kids need that sometimes. I'm all for that, because it's not like just because you want it don't mean you can have it.
Right.
Like, just because it doesn't mean that you're supposed to have it. Now, Coast is 5, so we do hide. Like, when we go get stuff, everybody knows you got to
Mm-hmm.
really run and you got to hide stuff. And he's like a detective, so he can smell things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like intuitively seeing what's through the bag. It's a lot.
No, like when I was sick, and there's only certain things I could eat or drink or whatever, and so I couldn't share with her because it's like if I run out, then I need something later. Nobody gonna go to the store and give me no more. So it was just like I can't share this right now, man. Sorry, but yeah,
I'm
but no, I
sorry.
didn't
I'm
want to give
sorry.
her. I didn't want to give her in front of your kids because I didn't want
Yeah,
they couldn't have no meat. So I had her wait. I had to have her wait until they wasn't around.
you got to do that sometimes.
Close
You
to
got to
snitch.
speak it. Coach don't care, and he be watching YouTube, so he be like, pepperonis. I be like, you don't even know what a pepperoni is.
Oh
He be
my
like, I
god.
want pepperonis.
Oh man.
Like, you don't even know what it is.
But the kids are doing well. I seen one
Yes,
video of them playing soccer. Titus playing soccer in the street with some kids.
yes. Titus is the funniest one, because he's the one that goes out and gathers the food for us. Like, when we
Wow,
don't
I love
go
it.
out. And even Rod told me that the people that have the boutiques were like, man, like, who's their mom? I told you I haven't been going nowhere. So they're like, who's their mom? Like, who's their parents? They're cool kids.
Uh
But
huh. Who said that?
but that's what Ross said, that the guys from the boutique be telling him, like, those
Oh,
kids, like, they're
they ain't never
American, they're
seen you.
cool.
The boutique is like one like half a block.
I don't be. It's hot.
Yes, it is. It is. I don't go outside in the
I don't be.
daytime neither.
And then, with all this
Now I
dust, I
realize.
had a sty. What?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I no. I said now
Hmm.
I realize why people be out at night all the time, like because it be
Yes.
hot. Like yeah.
Yes. No, you said that when we first moved, and I thought, like, okay, well, I do be seeing people outside, but now I really see, like, at night it's lit. It's like the car lit, because it's
Yeah,
so hot.
especially
Yeah.
right there where you at, because it's right in the center of
Yeah.
like all the hustle and bustle. So that's
Exactly.
cool. Yeah.
But yeah, it's so funny, because there's like this big field, and there's all these boys that come and play soccer. And Titus does know some Wolof that I don't know. Like, he said some stuff to Rod the other day. We was like, what? And Rod was like, yeah, da, 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 da. And we was like, okay, like, but he goes outside and plays with them. It's so funny, because every neighborhood that we live in, they be like, they don't do phones, and sometimes they don't come up. They'll be like, Titus, and they'll just call his name. We'll be like, Titus, is your friends calling you? And then he'll go outside. Like, he'd be outside all night until like 1 a.m. playing
He's
soccer with
man.
me.
Wow, he's the
Hmm.
man. Oh my
Yes,
god!
he's
I
the man
remember
in
when he
every
was like
neighborhood we go to.
he was like defending the cats, and he was like what do you say? Itcha or itcha itcha.
Acha, acha, acha. Yes, girl, them cats. Oh my God, them cats taught them a really. I let them mess with the cats, because I wanted them to learn the lesson of, like, attachment and detachment. I knew they weren't going to be around,
Right.
death and like that kind of thing. So them cats is gone. They don't know where them cats is, but they
I
tried to
think
hold on.
I figured once they got big enough, they would like go. Did the
Yeah.
did the babies get big or no? I mean, I don't know.
Like I think we think that some the kids that they were like trying to protect them from these kids.
Uh
So we
huh.
think some the kids took some of them,
Okay.
and then it was like the mommy left, and yeah, it was like, look, let me tell y'all what happened, okay? Because we went to Aisha's house one day. Coach was crying about a dinosaur, so we went to her house to get a dinosaur and
Yeah,
came
we
back
got
with
one
a
to the
family
beach.
of
Yeah.
cats. She
Yes.
talking about this. This is what she said. Now, if y'all have seen the show plenty of times, do y'all know I like animals to the point where because I'm an animal empath, so I can feel them, but I don't want to feel them. Like I don't like none of that. Okay, so I'm really antsy. I have anxiety about touching animals. So we're leaving her house, and she's like, "Hey, can you help me with this? I just need to go drop these cats off somewhere." I'm like, okay, well, I guess I guess we're all
It
going, so
wasn't.
let's
It
go.
wasn't. It
And
wasn't the plan. It was because my
she
husband was like, "We getting a new animal." I got parrots now, by the way. He
really
one
cool. We
day
used to have parrots.
I was sick, and he was like, "Can you go outside and get the birds?" I'm like, "What birds?" I go to the gate. Some guy have a crate with two parrots inside,
Oh,
and
that's dope.
I'm just like, but they in the house, they be squawking and making noise.
Yes,
I'm like, it feel like we in a rainforest in the house.
yes.
But, oh my
We used to
god,
have one in LA.
oh my
Yes.
goodness. Well,
I
he
was
just
like,
be
okay,
coming
we
up.
end up pulling up to the side of our house. She's like,
Yes,
okay, I'm gonna let him out right here. I'm like, I'm just looking like this kind of look like it's gonna be our cats. I don't know if this is it me or is she playing us? Like I'm
I
like,
just,
and then the
I
kids,
just,
of
I
of
just
course
had to.
the kids are excited, so they're like, yes, come on, let's help. I'm like, this is looking like our cat, Taisha.
It
Like,
wasn't. It wasn't really meant to be a setup like that because I thought they would go off by themselves, and I didn't contemplate. Like I knew you wasn't gonna have no cat. I like my cat had babies. I couldn't keep
yeah,
them, and the cat because she was a mom now was acting different with my
yeah.
dog, and
She was traumatized. And so
we was
but I
yeah,
started getting attached though. Cause I messaged you the next day, like, yo, like, I feel bad. Like, I'm a single mom. She's a single mom. Like, she's out here trying to, take care of her kids and she's trying to protect them and she's staying
yes,
up all night. Like,
she
so
ain't
now
scared
I'm
of dogs
attached. We
neither.
all attached to the cat
Yeah.
now. So I'm allowing them to go and I'm paying for food and stuff. I'm like,
Oh
oh my
no.
God.
I was like, just give them leftover like snacks, like they gotta eat on their own. And she been outside before, so I knew she would be fine. It was just the baby's part made her more vulnerable. But
Yeah.
but I was like, because Amadou was like, well, I gotta go get this dog, and so the dog had to be inside because it was small. So I was like, dang, if she attack our big dog, she gonna kill this puppy.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, we can't. And the kittens was in my daughter's room in the closet. It just eventually they're gonna start peeing and pooping like all over. So I said,
Yeah.
no, we got to get rid of them. And then but he told me that day. So I'm like, what the
Yeah.
heck? And he was supposed to take them far away somewhere. I didn't want to deal with it
Right.
because my emotions. I seen her babies born. Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
deal with that neither. And I was like, this is hard, man. So the only thing that made me feel okay was like
Was
if they
us.
was next to your house, you would at least see what happened to them, so I won't feel like
Oh my
I'm
God.
because I was supposed to be the one to take them away. I'm like, oh my god, like, so it was hard, but it made it easier because your kids was playing with them and they liked them. I was
Yes.
like, and that made me think like,
And
but
now all of a sudden she's like, how's the cats doing? I'm like, they over there. And every morning they wasn't
your
even
kids
doing
was
their
up
chores.
at
No,
5
I was like,
o'clock.
okay. I mean, no, one day Titus was, I'm like, like, what's going on? What's on your mind? He's like, these cats. I'm like, well, don't let it stress you. You look like a father that can't pay for the kids' college. Like, don't let it
Titus.
stress you out. Like, he was stressed out because the kids was trying to throw rocks at him and kidnap him. And, she really was traumatized by what she seen her mom go through with y'all's dogs. So the dog
Yeah.
downstairs, she was trying to attack. The dog
It,
downstairs is
yes.
crazy. She
She
was
was,
like
and
in
that
the
dog.
cage with the
Yeah,
dog. Like
she was in
she's like
there.
she hates dog. Yeah. She went inside the cage with the dog. Like it was like one
This,
night when she went crazy and the dog was like screaming. She was chasing the dog down the street. It
that's
was
what she will
crazy.
do. That's what,
Yeah.
and that's the problem. Like I was like, I need to have, like, I had cats and dogs before together, and they was fine. Like
Yeah.
they didn't bother each other. But this one, like, I know one of my dogs, the small one, she will kill a cat, but she can't catch a cat if they run, so it's fine.
Mhm.
But I was like, yeah, as long as our cat can get away, it's okay. But our cat will go. I was walking my dog. My cat came out of my yard, jumped the fence, was like chasing us down, like, hey, this dog needs to go. And she
This dog need
scratched
to go.
my 150-pound dog. She scratched him in the face like
Yeah.
you in my hood or whatever. So I think that, yeah, it must be some traumatization going on.
It's trauma. And for me in the psychology, I'm like, she watched her mom be murdered by a dog. She
Yeah,
needs a counselor. Like she's
yeah.
going through it. Like I'm like, this is so horrible. Like, why did you bring these freaking cats
Man,
up? I'm almost
it's,
glad that they gone now so that we
our
don't have to
mama,
stress.
yeah. I'm glad they're gone too, so I can, like, make my peace with it. But and just I know they're fine. They're where they're supposed to be. Like, she
Yeah.
was the last one of her mom's litter to survive. Like, all the rest of her siblings died. So I'm like,
Dang.
even though her mom, died saving her life was spared. She had babies. The what's it called, it goes on. So we did a good thing. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really
She was
it was
loved.
emotional for me to take them. I was just trying to act tough, but
Yeah.
I was like, at least I know where they are, and I could come back and
Right.
see them, and, like,
I was like,
you know,
girl, I'm stressed out. I'm scared for her. The kids was like, please, can they come in? And then you had to come over and do like I was like, please tell these kids why this cannot
yeah,
happen like this. Like, y'all
yeah,
are
yeah,
pampering the
because they
dogs.
won't
Like,
be
they're
able to
getting,
protect themselves if they don't know how to
yeah.
take care of themselves. You won't let them. But when I came over, like, once or twice, I remember she was there and she said what's up to me. So I was like, oh, she's still cool. So I was like, all
Yeah.
right. It was a
That
nice
was
little,
funny.
like, weaning off process for me,
Yes. And I wanted
but,
them to learn detachment and stuff. So I was like, it's good.
which is
They had to
good.
let go.
I
Yeah.
mean, and even though it's been hard for Yasin, like, that helped her. Like, that's a part of her. Like, she's been better each time. Like, we've had, like, a dog. I don't think she remembered our first dog that had passed, but,
Even
like,
y'all's dog that just passed.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And then we had one when we was in the apartment that got sick. So, like, she's now more like cool, like, okay, like, she was there when the cat was attacked and stuff. And so, but she'll, like, pray for it, and then it goes to heaven, and then she drew a picture of the cat that passed, the mom,
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
our other cat, like, so she could see a picture of her
Oh.
mom all the time. Like,
Oh.
so she's developing her own coping
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm that's good for her.
Yes. Animals
Um
are the best way. You can teach kids about everything: sex, death,
mhm.
relationship, everything through
Yes,
animals.
sex too, because, yeah,
Hmm.
that's why everybody here know everything. Like, kids be know, like, because you see, like, it was something that one of Amadu's homeboys had told me, and he was like, yeah, we used to make fun of this lady because she was pregnant, and, or I don't know, but it was like some kind of sexual joke or something
Uh-huh.
that he was saying. That I was like, how old were you? He was like 9. We used to walk around making fun of something, and pregnant
Hmm.
people were
Like, how
laughing.
did you
I
know?
don't know, because they
Mhm.
knew what they had to do to
Yeah.
get pregnant. And I'm like,
Right.
how did you know that at 9? Because I'm like, aren't y'all, like, kind of conservative in that? Like, y'all don't be
Right.
watching sex scenes on TV or whatever. So, because that's how I learned. I learned stuff from TV, like people kissing and
Yes.
whatever. But so he was like, nah, like, and I thought about it. I was like, wait, like, I seen donkeys running around with and horses, and you could see their thing, and you could see the dogs, like, our
Hmm.
actual, like, actually have testicles. Like, our dogs in the States, all of them are, like, cut off. But it's
Right.
like, you see stuff and you see nature happening, and so I'm like, oh, because
Yeah.
you guys grew up
And
around
it
sheep
doesn't
and
become
goats.
like a sexual, like the way we learn sex, it'll make
Right.
you want to be like addicted. It'll make you want to like be into
Uh-huh.
it. But learning sex through animals is just like, okay,
It
like
is
that's
what it
what it
is.
is.
It's
It's
life.
nature. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
So
So,
look, okay, so speaking of animals, this is gonna be really funny, but I
okay.
noticed that me and the kids noticed this. The cows, Like the cows of Africa are like almost like black people. Like they like real ass cows. They be like real ass cows. Our cows are like, all together. We have like spots and stuff, and we're like,
Uh-huh.
do you notice that we be like moo? Like, do you notice the difference of the cow? It's a
I
totally
think
different sound.
I mean I didn't grow up with American cows, but I mean the cows here do have like more bass
Yeah.
in the move.
It's like the look of it and everything. It just looks like they're like more like down to earth. Our cows look like they wear bow ties and go to like freaking conservative dinners or something. Compared to these cows, it's a real difference. Like
Oh gosh.
me, me and
I
the kids
love I
notice
love
this.
I love the cows here. They're so majestic. When they cross the
Yes,
street, I be looking at them, and sometimes it'll be Senegalese people in the car with me or something, and I'm just like, wow. And they're like, what? And I'm like, you see them cows right there? And they just like, okay, I'm
right.
like, they are
It's
beautiful.
like
Like,
wow, like this is like a deep thing here. Like it's like I'm telling you, we all noticed it. I was telling my homegirl Jada about it, and she was like, "You right." And we was over there doing cow sound. She's the one that noticed the difference in the sound. She was like, "You right," because our cows is like moo, and she was like, these cows is like
oh
"Moo."
yeah.
Right, like
You can feel it. You can feel it vibrate. Like it's
you
the
can
bass.
feel
It's
it in
like
your like.
I would be upstairs in my house somewhere, and you can hear when like a herd is passing by, and or whatever they call cattle. I don't know,
Mhm.
and you could just it's like woo, like their presence
Yeah,
is really felt when they make that noise, and you're like, and I run to the window, be like, where they at? Like they look,
right.
they look so. For to me, they're like elephants. Like
Yeah, that
they're
is
very
how they like. They have an
massive.
elephant vibe.
They're like very like I take my time.
Yes,
You're gonna wait for me to cross the street,
yes. They
and
be
I'm
like
done.
smooth with it. Like anyway,
Uh-huh.
like
They go to the and when they walk, their head go up and down, so it'll be like,
yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it's like our cows just be like, no, I'm just laying y'all. I'm just laying.
One time I was listening to music. I think I was walking in the morning in Sandy or something, and some cows
Mhm.
were walking, and it was like I was listening to reggae or something. But whatever they was doing, they was walking to the beat of the song in my thing. It was like and then so it was like boom, chicka, boom. I was like, this
Yeah.
is so cool. They walk like on a rhythm.
That's really funny because I have a video that I did when we were in Gambia,
Mm,
and it was a reel that I made, and I did like a B roll in the cow, and it was doing the same thing. It was like it went to the rhythm.
mm-hmm.
See, look at Africa showing up in every way. With this is how this is
Yes.
where we from, y'all. You know what? Too, I went to get the
What?
mangoes by this market the other day, and it was so dope. I love when I have these moments. It was an elderly lady selling the mangoes, and she asked me where I was from. I was like, America. And she was like, mm-mm. She was like, no, no. She told Ra, like, tell her she's not from America. That's just where she went. She's from here. Like, this is where she's from. I was like, girl, say it again. Like, I love when the elders say that. That's like my third time of an elder stopping me and being like,
Oh.
you're not from there. You from here. I'm like, that's
Mm.
what's up. They
Like,
know. It's us who don't know. It's the younger generation that forgot.
mm, mm, mm.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been good being
Not
back.
ready to I know,
We
right?
haven't even really looked at the comments like that. I'm sure
I've
there
been
was
kind of
more.
like keeping a
I seen some.
kind of
Yeah. I never caught an African cow move, but them suckers do own the streets. Yes, they do.
yes. They own the street. Right, like
I
you barely
love
even catch them mooing. It's like you gotta be there. Like
I love when other people come here and
Mhm.
notice those like things, and it's like, okay, it's not just me. Like it's special
Yes,
to us that's not from
yes.
here. We be like noticing. It's like wow, like they just be
Wow,
like,
it's different.
wow, look at. I'm like, yeah, right. They dope, ain't they? Like
Yep.
it's great.
Even the donkeys, I never realized I had never seen like are the donkeys like enlarged here? They're different. They don't look the same at all. I
Well,
feel like I'm looking at cartoon donkeys or something because these
they
donkeys are real.
definitely,
Like
yeah, Yeah, they
Like they
definitely.
making me look twice. I'm like,
I
it's a real
remember
donkey. Like,
I remember one time I had come to visit before I got married. I came to visit Amadou once, and wherever he was working in a village somewhere, the donkeys like was running like at nighttime. They was running. It must have been mating season because they was
oh
like
wow.
getting it in, and you could hear, and it was just like wow, donkey sex. Like it was just so crazy. Like you can see their biological things happening in their, like
Wow.
you can see, and it's like whoa, like you just see it, and I'm thinking kids grew up seeing this since they babies.
Yeah.
The 1-year-old 2-year-old babies that be walking around they diaper, like they see this, and it's like you can learn without, like we be thinking, oh, people
Yes.
don't go to school, they're not educated, and how do they learn, and this, like nature will teach you everything you need to
Yes.
know.
Earth is school. Exactly. You
Yes,
don't have to.
yes,
You don't have to be sitting at a desk and stuff. You can learn so much.
literally, literally.
Hmm. I could imagine because I just heard a donkey sound for the first time today, and I was like, "That is
Oh
like
yeah,
disturbing. Like that's very
I
loud."
I have to
Like,
get I have to get used to it. Somebody has one, and I feel like they put it by our house at night so it wake us up. But like
yeah. I
if
was like,
if
"What is that? Who is that?" Like,
yes, if I'm sleeping, it's like they in pain. It's like
yeah,
if I'm sleeping like lightly or whatever, I hear it. But if I'm already asleep, it's fine. But like it's something, like if I get up to use the bathroom or something going, like once I hear it, I can't unhear it. Like I can't stop
yeah.
hearing it. I'm like, shut up. But but yeah,
That's so
it's
funny.
the craziest noise.
Yes, I heard it today. I was like, "Okay, are they going to keep doing that? Because that
It
is
sound like
weird." Like,
it sound like pain. Like it sound like
yeah.
mm-mm.
And you know what's funny? Me and you are the same way in that way. It sounds crazy. I know that it sounds crazy for me because I have multiple kids, but I don't
Mhm.
do all these like sounds and stuff. Like I have sensory things. Okay, so I don't. The kids can't cry too long. We got to figure it out because I don't be
No,
able to deal with the whining and stuff.
it's because we're so sensitive. Because like
Yeah.
even my kid crying, I had to tell her in the beginning, I'm like, you can't do that. This is giving me like health
Yes.
problems. So I
Yes.
need you to breathe. I had to teach her how to breathe
Yes.
young, like 2 years
Yep.
old. Like,
Hmm.
you don't have
All
to
of them.
you have to calm yourself. Like when she would
Yeah.
cry, like if I knew she wasn't dead, I would go away until she stopped crying on her own. Because
Yeah.
sometimes they cry because they want you to comfort them. I need her to comfort herself because she'd be loud. She'd be louder the closer I get to her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, oh,
No,
I
I
have an
know what
audience.
you mean.
I have an audience. Ah!
Oh my God.
Like the other day,
Yes.
she did something, but I knew she wasn't hurt. I'm like, it must be her emotions. Sometimes she'll cry just like emotional. She sees someone on TV
Hmm.
to make her cry, or something that she like. She broke a toy or something. But like, I
Hmm.
didn't know what happened, and I was like, it don't sound like she's in pain, so I'm gonna stay in the bathroom with the door closed and wait. And then when I came out, she was just sitting like this. But I'm like, all right, she already finished to cry. But
Right.
I think she did like fall somehow on the stairs, but she took care of herself. Like I'm like, I
Right.
know if I wasn't
She
here, she
handled
wouldn't be crying.
it.
So
I'm
yeah,
telling you, everybody know. Like if Coach does a certain cry, and I'm like, hey, everybody, like we gotta figure this out now. Like they're used to me saying that's disturbing the peace. That's disturbing the peace. Don't do those loud sounds like that. Like that's disturbing the peace. Let's figure this out, guys. Let's talk about it, okay? And Coach is like,
no.
okay, like
I had to show her it's not gonna work because it's not gonna work for me. I can't be
see,
heightened.
see, look, see, she said, I'm not that tune out mom. Like, maybe if I'm like in the middle, no, no, there just ain't no time. I'm just like, like, we gotta stop. Like,
See, yeah, it's hard for me to tune it out. I could try,
yeah, maybe for a little bit.
but then it'll come right back in. Like it's like I could tune it out for a few seconds, 30 seconds, and then the other 30 seconds it's like getting to me like somewhere. Like
Yep,
I don't
it's
know.
something inside. I'm
Like
telling you.
how they say when your baby cry, if you're nursing, like milk start coming
Yeah, the
out,
milk will start
like
coming.
whatever that whatever that
Whatever
is
that
still
is,
happens to
that's what's
me.
happening without
Yeah.
the milk.
Yeah, exactly. So I just can't. I can't be privy to
Yes.
it. I have to run
Yep.
away.
I feel you.
She was watching the movie I told you, the Queen of Cotway. She was watching it, and I stepped away for a minute, and then she was crying, and I didn't know what happened. I thought she like Amadou said something to her, and it just made
Mm,
her cry. Like he was like, "You got to clean the table when you eat," and she started crying. I was like, "Wait, that cry? Like you could tell different ones." I was like, "That cry
right.
is a serious like something." I'm like,
Right.
maybe something in the movie, but I'm like, it's a Disney movie. I don't think it is. But I said, I'm like, she's not hurt. She didn't scream. So I was like, oh, I was like, something must have happened. She wouldn't say. And I was like,
Yeah.
something must have happened in the movie. And she kind of started crying, like, yeah, like whatever.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
it was just one part somebody got hurt, but then they got better, but she just got freaked out. And I was like, oh, but it's like, when it's real serious. I was like, okay, don't yell at her because some other thing is going on. But like, I can't I can't deal with the like where it's
The crying or the whining, like
oh oh
oh.
anytime anytime her voice go a higher octave, I said don't do that. Don't I don't even want to hear a complaint like why I have to bring it down.
Talk it. You need to talk it.
I said use your real voice because I do not do that shrilling because it
Yes.
just makes my woo no.
Yeah.
It's like an alert. It's like
Yes.
a dog whistle. It's a mom whistle. It's like
Yeah. It's a real
they know.
sensory thing. It's yeah, empaths can't handle that. And if you're on a certain level, then that's why, yeah, it's always peace and quiet.
I, like,
when what you call it have moved here.
can I play the tablet?
Yeah.
Can I look? Don't even ask to do something in that voice. No.
Look, she said whining is different. Shut the F up. Oh my God.
I
Okay.
never
This
knew
was
why
so good,
kids
y'all.
didn't like whining. I thought they just wanted us to be mature and like whatever.
Yeah.
But it actually is triggering. It
It's a
actually
real thing. Like, you know what? I swear, my uncle, like me and my cousin, we used to like pretend like we're crying. And my uncle would get so upset and we would be like, yo, he extra with it. Like we just back here playing. But now as an adult, I'm like, that's why, because you're already like, what's going on? Like what is happening? And then it's like annoying if it's not
it's
nothing
your
happening. So
it's
it's
your
like,
fight or flight thing that
yes,
gets like it's like
exactly.
don't play with that. Mm-mm.
Yes. Look,
Don't play
whining
with it.
triggers
Don't
me.
play with it. Don't play
Don't
with it.
play with it. Hey. No, seriously, it could be really triggering. I'd be like, you guys, that's disturbing the peace, guys. Keep the peace. Yes,
Yes.
I used to be like, we used to be like, we're playing, we're kids. Like, we don't understand why you're doing
I don't
that.
want to hear no
Explain.
squeals.
Yes. That's
Even
so
when they
funny.
be, kids be excited sometime and they do a happy like
Yes.
squeal, like somebody might be picking them up or throwing them in the, how they do, and the
Right.
baby like,
Yeah.
like I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none of it. I don't care because I don't have time to decipher. Is it happy, sad,
Hold on, is it
emergency,
but you know,
something
that's the
play?
thing too. After you have so many kids, you don't really like because they're back there. So I'm like, whatever's going on, they got it. If it's something big, they're gonna come. And most of the
Right,
time,
right,
they not
right,
gonna
right,
come
right,
because it's enough of them. They got it.
right,
Like, but if it gets really, if somebody's bleeding, then okay, like
right, right, right.
they're gonna come.
Oh
That's
man,
hilarious. This was so good.
it was
Catching up with
great.
you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I miss this. I miss it
I
so much.
know. Right? We missed you guys. So we're
Yeah.
gonna wrap it up. I think we did kind of we didn't like the comments that we could respond to. I had highlighted them, so I think we did do that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yes, we missed y'all too.
Yeah, it's been
Okay,
great.
guys. Yes. Make sure that you guys are hitting the thumbs up
Oh
and
yeah,
sharing this long ass live. It's 2 hours, but still you
like
can share
the yeah, because
it.
we had to give you some extra, a little extra since we've been gone.
Yes,
So
right.
hope you
You can
enjoyed
hit the
it.
super thanks. Thank you. Somebody hit the super thanks too, right?
Oh yeah,
Thank
somebody just
you.
super chat us. I think it was unapologetic. I
Yes.
want to say I don't want to miss it. but I want to say it was unapologetic Nubian
Thank
from.
you so much. We
If
appreciate
if I'm
all your
wrong,
support.
if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. But I think it was. But we appreciate that very very much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we here for y'all. So if we not
Yeah.
here, we probably don't got nothing to say. So we don't want, we don't waste your time or whatever. Because even though I was feeling better, I think for a couple of weeks I was like, I haven't been outside. I don't really know what to like. I don't want to just be on here dead
Yeah.
air. So that's why I told
Right. We was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Like we know we always
yeah.
end up talking
So
about
like
something.
stuff got to be going on.
I didn't think you was gonna say yeah, because this was I was like, I know it's last minute, but do you
No, I've
wanna
been ready all week. I actually last week was like I could do it, but I just didn't know what we would talk about because I was like, I
Yeah,
just been laid up in the house. So once I thought about like once we started flowing, I was like, oh yeah, we do have stuff going
right,
on, you know.
right,
And
right.
so no, I was ready to do it today. I definitely wanted to come
Yeah.
back,
I'm
you
so glad
know.
you did.
We here and hopefully we can do the stuff that we plan to do. This like we had some
Yes.
stuff
Oh
in the
yeah.
pipe, probably some more what's
Some
it
really
called
good
on
interviews.
the road interviews, yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
so we can pick up where we left off and everything.
It's gonna be
But
exciting.
there's definitely some
Um,
videos coming in the chambers. I've been waiting to watch yours too. I know you got a whole bunch. I'm like, where are
yes.
videos at?
Yes,
But
I got the moving vlogs, all that.
I
Y'all, it's
saw
gonna be
your
exciting.
date. I saw your date.
My date night. Oh my God, that
Oh,
was funny.
that was very interesting. How you just tuned him out. Was like,
Because I
no,
told him before the date, let's not talk about relationships. I don't want to do the relationship thing, and he could not. He asked me to be with him during the
yes,
freaking
yes, he
thing.
did.
He couldn't
it's
even
it's
not
so
do
it's
it.
so
Like,
different how people are here with pushing up on people. Like they get serious really fast as far as how they talk. Even if they're not serious, they have to. It's like those people who be like, okay, we had a good date. I'll call you sometime, and they don't call.
yeah,
Like it's like they have to say I love you and this and that, even if
yes,
it's just being nice. I don't know. Like
yes.
they just have to. Yes, we should just be together and.
Yes, he wanted me to meet his sister after that. I just cut the thing off. I was like, okay, I can't even record because you're doing too much.
Dang. He
But
was like, but not the way you going out with African men and you telling them you don't want a relationship. They don't know what that means. Wait, so you're just
he was like,
dating
he
for
was like,
you just
did
dating for dating, no husband? Like,
yes, right. He was like, because he slipped it in there good. He was like, you love Senegal. Yes, Senegal loves you, and I love you.
yes, he said
I was
I
like,
too. Yeah, yeah.
okay, like, okay, like,
Uh-huh. That
that
sounds
was
nice,
so funny.
pretty word, man. But
Right.
but you don't know me though.
No, no. Right. I'm like, what's your name again? Like how is this how is this gonna work? He's like, no
No.
pressure, no pressure. He kept saying no pressure. I'm like, this is pressure. I'm so pressured right now. Like
Mm-mm-mm.
that's so funny. So yes, you guys, we also do consultations. We
Yes, we
always
do.
forget. We gotta make a
We be
note.
working.
Yes, if you guys are looking to come here, to come and visit, to come in, well, not really come and visit. We don't really do too much of that. But if you want to
Mm-hmm.
come and move, we do help you with that, with finding a place. And I do more of the psychology and training. And I have a guy that also helps me find the places. Afro Millennial Mama and her husband, they have the what you call the land on lock. They
Mm-hmm.
also can help you find an apartment. We got
Mm-hmm.
drivers on deck, all that good stuff.
Yeah, building, land, fencing, all that stuff, all the little
Mhm.
things.
And we
So,
ain't doing it for the money because we actually tried not to do this. Okay, we talked about this before. So this
I
is
remember.
strictly us. This is strictly us knowing that we have to do this work. You cannot not do it because y'all are coming and we're
Yeah.
happy about that.
For
So
some reason, this is a calling that has called us,
yeah,
and I never thought this was gonna happen. This is not what I envisioned. I was like, I'm not those other people, whatever. Like they do those big jobs of like helping other. Like
yeah,
I'm still helping myself, but what I learned is that in the process of us learning, we can
yeah.
share what we know, and we do get hands-on experience, and so that's valuable to people. And so you know,
Yeah.
we can't not share. That's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
And we
Yes.
community building at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. We thank you guys. What is our outro again?
Be back.
Repat. Okay.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for you said something like thank you for what she say, you guys?
Okay.
She
You
said,
already know how it is
yeah,
on
that's what she said.
Repat No Cap.
The
What's that?
migration will not be televised. It's
It'll
right
be on
here.
YouTube right
There you go.
here.
There you go. I like
Okay.
how we just
Okay.
remembered what we were supposed to say, like in the moment.
Right.
That's how no cap we are.
That's how No Cap it is, and we're okay with that. I'm
Yes, we
gonna play the
are.
music, our outro, and we're gonna be out, you guys.
Yes. See you
Thumbs
on the
up if
next
you
one.
appreciated this video. Yes, we will see you guys soon.
Don't be
We
a
love
stranger.
y'all. Thank y'all for staying with us for 2 hours, family. That's what I'm
I
talking about,
know. It's
right?
been real.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Good night.
Hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right, y'all.